Hey, 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 what's up, team? What's up, team? Y'all know what it is. We doing that review. We doing that review. We'll look at a little film today. We'll look at a little film today. Good morning. Good morning, driver. What's up, Doc? I see you in here. See you in here. We're gonna look at a little film. I wanted to open the show up with a little message. I was sitting there, I was praying, I was thinking to myself, man, how great it is, how great it is just to be living, huh? Just to be living. God blessed me with so much stuff, man. Give me an opportunity to talk to y'all guys. Man, can't get no better, man. Can't get no better. I said like this. We're gonna check out some film. We're gonna talk about some sports, and we're gonna fellowship with one another. That's how we're gonna do it here. We're gonna create an environment for fellowship. Good morning, team. Good morning. Good morning. Who we got? We got Drive. We got Eternal. What's up, Eternal? We got Kevin. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, guys. Oh no, it ain't Kevin. Hold on, let me put my glasses on, man. My bad. Who is it? Cavell? Yeah, Cavell. My bad, Cavell. What's up, bruh? Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. We won on Sunday. We had the winning Monday show. And y'all know what we're finna do now. We're gonna look at the numbers because the numbers came in and they looking good, baby. They looking good. Them numbers looking good. Now, Bryce Young, our quarterback, based on the season right now, here's his advanced stats. They're getting better. His bad pass percentage is going down. And look, majority of the things are trending in the right situation. Yes, the sacks are at 5.7. However, they're still in the green. Still in the green. We're not critical, but we gotta right here target depth. Now, last week he had some good passes. If he continue down the stretch, it'll bring that target depth up by the end of the year, and it'll all be green. But that's where we at right now. I say this: that looks good for this time in his career. That's excellent. That is excellent. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Tim. What's up now? We're gonna check out now let's look at that veteran quarterback that we were playing against Sunday, Matthew Stafford. Matthew had a bad day on Sunday, man. He had a bad day on Sunday. Uh, for his time at this time of his career, that was not a good game on Sunday he had. Now, if we look at his advanced stats for the season, as you can see, they look pretty good. However, his bad pass percentage is higher than Bryce. See, look, drop passes about the same as ours. Sack, but look at the difference is target depth is higher. They don't get very much yak on those receivers because they're really uh, possession receivers. But hey, he gets the ball to them, and they get the first down, and that's all it's about. Their sack rate is at 4.1, and I was at 4.0. So hey, it is what it is. Let's see here. I wanted to go back and look at since we're here. Where is it at? Scores on Sunday. Oh, that's why I'm on week 14. There we go. I wanted to take another opportunity just to look at why that game went the way it went. Now, we're gonna play a little bit of video from Thomas Davis and crew. Uh, but if you look at it like this, first downs, they had more first downs than we did. Look, we had 17, they had 22. But if you look at it, time possession, we had time possession, we won it by 11. See, almost 11. So that's a good thing. Turnover battle, we won the turnover battle. Again, a good thing. And then if we look at like fourth down, look at fourth down, 3 for 3. Look at third down. Better than them two on third down and fourth down. Those are the keys to the game to me. Turnovers, getting those third and fourth downs, and also time possession. I think those were the keys to the game, and that's how I went. That's how I went. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was the keys to the game. What driver said. Remember, I said Coca would play Excel role against. Yeah, you did. You did, and he did, and he did, and that was an excellent route. That was an excellent route, driver. That's an excellent route. Go, hey, I told people at the beginning of the year, Coca can play all three positions. He can play inside in a slant. He can play both outside receiver positions. Coker's a really good receiver. People gonna. I don't know why they don't give the young man credit. I think because he didn't get drafted. That's the only reason. I mean, this is a crazy discussion. Yeah. Let's see here. What else I wanted to check out? Oh, I wanted to check out the what the Panthers said. Where is Thomas Davis? Where they at? I pulled him up here somewhere. Post game, okay, post game. I'm gonna play a little bit of this post game. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, just a little bit.
Welcome to the Panthers post-game show. We are having a great time.
Now you can see who they have on the panel here. You can see who they got on the panel here. Let me go ahead and hide this real quick, driver. You can see who they got on the panel. Uh, they're gonna go through the post game. Matter of fact, driver, drop the link. You can come on up, man. You can come on up. It's you and I. Come on up, drive. Eternal, if you want to come up too, bro, you can come on up. Tim, any of y'all can come on up, man. Let's talk. But I'm gonna play a little bit of this post game. Uh, we're gonna break this thing up so that way we won't get caught in copyrights. Hey, fair use, fair use, fair use. So everybody know we're this for educational purposes.
Time in the studio because the Panthers came in
As you can see, it's Thomas Davis, Johnson Stewart, and it's Christine. You can see who's on the panel.
and beat the Rams at home 31-28. Kristen Balboni, Thomas Davis, Jonathan Stewart. TD, I want to start with you. What kind of statement did the Panthers make yesterday?
A very strong one. We made a very strong statement to the NFL. And I think a lot of people coming into this game thought that the Panthers was just going to lay down. They don't understand that this team is very resilient. And all season long, when things have not gone well, we figured out a way to bounce back in a strong way. People were crowning the Rams, and I was one of those people that thought that the Rams were a team that were primed to really take off. And outside of the Panthers,
Uh-oh. You said, hey, driver, you saw him. You saw him driver. You saw him driver.
What is that?
You hear Thomas Davis. So, Thomas
What?
Davis like, uh. Yeah, you said the Rams gonna win.
Yeah, yeah.
He had to try to soften those words, did
Hmm.
he?
I don't know what man they be. Man, you know how I go, Wiley. You know how I go.
you see the look on his face. You see the look on
Yeah,
his face.
yeah. The Rams, yeah, the best
Yeah.
team. Don't try to make it seem like they smoke. They wasn't smoking. Them folk was on fire. When
Yeah,
the rain
yeah,
was coming in through town, man, they feet was on fire. All you seen was smoke. They was
yes,
just running
sir.
through everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, them folk was on the train. And when that train came to Carolina, you know what I'm saying? You see, it
yeah.
was a little too cold, man. We had to cool them off. Yeah, they ready to that snow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But good morning, man. Good morning, Wiley, man.
Okay.
Is
All
it?
right.
Hey, but before you, man, like what you play, like I said, man, and it's not that Excel wasn't open on one of those plays, like
Mm-hmm.
Excel could get open,
Oh yeah.
but It's just the ability that when Coca, if Coca at the number two and you got XL in the slot, now you could really work something because Coca could beat this man downfield too, one on
Mm-hmm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
But he got counter moves. He could do the
Yes, he
out
does.
route.
Yes,
You
he
know what I'm
does.
saying? The
He got that
comeback route.
sauciness. He got that
Yeah.
sauciness.
Yeah, he can't see what people understand. Teammate can't just keep carrying the load, man. They putting two on top of him. See, when they had that defense against Coker when he was spread it out, it was you seen what it was, man. And man, they had that same. Remember they had that single loop
Mm-hmm.
safety.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? See, when they were doing that against XL, they were bagging off XL. You get what I'm saying? So what
Mm-hmm.
they did was they had a cornerback bagged off, and then they were playing single high. See, with Coker, you can't do that. You
Mm-hmm.
get what I'm saying? Because he might hit you with the out route. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? He might hit you with the slant route. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
his route run is so precise to the cornerback, you put him on the island. You know what I'm
There it is.
saying?
There it is.
So now that opens up Bryce when he go through his reads, he knowing that okay, this technician on the outside is gonna beat
Yeah.
this man every time.
Barbecue
You
chicken.
get what I'm
Barbecue
saying?
chicken.
So Tech only just been a for sure handle, meaning
Yeah.
they only running the outfit through him like third down. I mean, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Try to pick up the first down. Them are simple plays. That's what I'm trying
Mm-hmm.
to tell people. These plays, Tech was getting was just we just running through the Ricky trying to build his confidence up. They ain't really
Mm-hmm.
giving him no heavy play sheet. If you looked at
Mm-hmm.
Tech, he what they were saying. Soon we got to Atlanta. I'm glad they put him in the slot. They started using. He could have been doing it, but they couldn't use him like that, man, because you're gonna wear him out.
Yeah.
You're gonna have him
Yeah.
hurt. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
So
you saw well, they'll show it in this game with this reaction. But what they did with XL though was they use XL speed to get Tech that touchdown because
right,
they did that rub route and because the run was such a threat, they had to as soon as XL got a hesitation, he was down the field.
man,
The safety had to go over the top to protect him.
right. You see what I'm saying?
Therefore, that's why Tech had that touchdown
Yeah,
because
right. See,
it put the pressure on him.
you right. See, XL, if you watch that play, XL beat his man like a
Yep.
dog out the jump.
Yes, he did.
You get what I'm
Off
saying?
the back.
He was 10 yards ahead of his man. So
Yep.
the safety dropped down.
Had
You
no
know what I'm
choice.
saying? The cover for him because XL was gonna be wide open. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So Bryce had to say, you know what? Now I'm going to my third read. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Which is came to Tech. But the point, like you saying, XL running those slash routes in the
Put that
slot
pressure on him. Put that pressure on him.
across the field like you instead of them having coke in the slot, they put XL. You get what I'm saying? And had them
Hmm.
running broad routes across the field. See, that's what XL do at his best. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You can't put him in position and say, "Hey man, go be the number two," and he can't run an out route or a comeback route because they gonna start sitting down on his routes.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So that
Very true.
making Bryce uh look average as a quarterback because the wide receiver can't really run the scheme that the coach running. And like I was telling them, it's really about the coach. I'm not
Hmm.
following Excel. It's just the scheme that he running. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yep. Yep.
So you got to look at the scheme. He need
Hmm.
what they call that a wide receiver like Adam Thielen in his role. He got to be that Adam Thielen role. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because he can take the top out the defense.
Yep.
And when you watch that Atlanta game, they're gonna be my last point. When
Hmm.
he had caught when Bryce rolled out and he had hit him right there in the red zone, and he
Yep.
had caught XL on that little slot on that little across the middle pass that
Hmm.
Bryce could have got it out earlier would have been a touchdown. You know what I'm talking about?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. See, them little slide across the middle like that, man. That's what XL need. That and going deep. That's it.
Hmm.
That's what he thrive at.
Least for right now, till he figure out some more something else he can get in his. He may not be ever what Tech is or Coker is, because that's not his skill set. But use his skill set to put the defense into a conundrum,
Right.
which they did on Sunday a lot. That's what I liked about it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's listen to a little bit of reaction. Let's listen to a little bit of reaction.
represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, but we went out and we put a game plan together and we executed it for 4 quarters as an entire football team, and it took the entire unit to win that game yesterday.
Stu?
To that point, I mean, Carolina Panthers is a real deal. I mean, they win big games. They knocked out 2 number 1 opponents. You know, and it's a testament to the system, right? It's a testament to Dave Canales and coaching staff having these guys prepared. You know, yesterday we saw Bryce Young and Dave Canales grow together.
Hello. Hello. Did you hear that? Did you hear that, driver?
Yeah.
Remember we said that?
Yeah. We're basing on the coaching and the quarterback. Them the people that's holding the cards. If we're gonna
Look,
call one out, we got to call both out, especially when the coach out there had, showing that his inabilities to progress and read the room and read the temperature during the game. Hey man, I need to run the ball at this moment. You get what I'm saying? Come on now. That's on him. He's the leader in that aspect. He gotta read the room. You get what I'm saying? When we time to run the ball. He gotta read that room.
That's very true. And the thing about it is, if you really look at it, we said this, and they obviously saying what we saying, because if there was no disconnect, why would they say that?
Right. You see what I'm saying?
Why would they say that if there wasn't no disconnect? I'm just saying. Sometimes we say something right over here, driver.
We saw it, we felt it, we believed it. The way they, capitalized on turnovers, the defense being opportunistic. This is the first time we actually really saw, the yin and yang, right? Complementary football at its finest in Carolina Panthers.
All right, well, let's relive all of the highlights, all of the good stuff that happened in that game yesterday. We're going to take you right back to Bank of America.
Let's see here. I think I'm not going to go through all those highlights. Let's see here. I think I want to skip forward. I think it's just right here. I think it was right here. Here we go.
24 yards on that scramble.
Every time I see Bryce running the football, Stu, I think Alabama Bryce, man. It's like seeing him out on the edge. It seems like that's where he's comfortable at. When you see that kid smiling like that, they usually mean good things for the Panthers offense.
It sure does.
Oh, 23 personnel. I love to see it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. You line up, you know what we're doing, running the ball.
Now watch this. Look at it, driver. They sitting up here like we're gonna run the ball right here up the middle. Look. See that? Then what we do, because it's Rico, because they didn't read the room, obviously. They didn't read the room because Rico does what? He does off the top. That way he like to run. If it was Chuba, he'd be up here. You know what I'm saying?
But they put a threat back there. They put Chuba back there as a threat. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See that threat with him. See the fullback. They could have went to what that is. They could have went to or whatever. Went to the right side. You know what I'm saying?
Or the left side. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Either one got it and push, because you got 2 linebackers back there. The other one's on the edge. They actually played a pretty good defense for that, but the play calling, like we say, is about the play calling. Yep. Even if he ran the outside zone play, you know what I'm saying, they would have had some leverage. You know what I'm saying? But that toss, that's what opened it up. See, he couldn't run that straight at him, you know what I'm saying? Because like you say, they had the edge really, you know what I'm saying? And them linemen, Corbin ain't getting to that goddamn linebacker. He ain't been doing it all goddamn year.
No,
so
he ain't getting that.
I'm not even finna depend on that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody, man on hat on hat. And we saw what type of round defense. That's why he called that toss play. You get what I'm saying?
Let's look at it again from this angle.
Try to stop us.
4th and 1 right there. We know
the Rams had a lot of bodies in that middle, and that was a great play call by Coach Canales.
Great play call.
Ryan Fitzgerald, 33-yard field goal. That drive lasted 12 plays, 70 yards, 7 minutes. However, though, Matthew Stafford doing what he does right here, 51 yards to Xavier Smith.
It's a breakdown in coverage. Mike Jack, trying to make a play. They put the bait in.
Yeah, he outran. You see that? He outran the linebacker.
I mean,
Burns.
he's supposed to.
Yeah, yeah,
That man
yeah.
that speedy, that man is speedy, he been on fire. And then on top of that, I mean, that just the quarterback getting the ball in the
Eh,
mismatch. That's
yeah,
what you're supposed to do.
yeah, yeah. Man.
You know?
That's very true. That's very true. And I look at it like this, man. It's
It went for
sh-
Nick Scott. I'm telling you, man. I told him. I said, man, I'm not even mad at Nick Scott this year no more. He ain't really, that man been showing up. If we had any type of pass rush, they won't be
uh,
talking about Nick Scott right now. And they know that. If we had any type of, yesterday we had 0 sacks.
yeah,
Think about that.
yeah.
If you had somebody who get to the quarterback, you won't even be talking about Nick Scott right now.
Hmm.
Be honest on Wiley. You get what I'm saying?
No, I
And,
agree.
and I
But
don't
here,
even
but
like him. You know
but
what I'm
here's the
saying? But
here's the deal, driver. Here's the deal. I said it last time. Evero's scheme, even Vaggio's scheme, and Philadelphia, their defensive ends, outside linebackers, right? They don't really get a lot of sacks because it's imperative that the first thing is set the edge, right? And if you can get to the quarterback, get to the quarterback, right? But the main thing is discipline on the edge and stopping the run. And they tried to push up the middle. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said Latham. Yeah, Latham had a sack. Yeah, you're right. You're
yeah,
right,
like
Gerald.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right,
I'm
Gerald.
just
My
talking
bad,
about
Gerald.
the yeah. I'm talking about our front, our front.
Yeah, yeah. You talking about the
Yeah,
front? Yeah.
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, see, next year our front gonna get more sacks than it is this year. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. We'll have a better
It's not.
backfield.
Yeah, it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not that he don't. He not. His system don't excel at it. It's just certain. You still gotta have some pressure on the quarterback to the point where with your D lineman scoring just a
Hmm.
rookie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're right. And
yeah.
they'll grow. I think him, Princely, and whomever else we have there will grow. It'll be fine at the defensive end. That's my perspective. Defensive end, I think it'll be fine. I think if we get a better free safety and a better free safety and some linebacker play, which will cover up the middle of the field, then the quarterback is forced to hold the ball longer, more sacks. That's just how I see it, man.
I feel
I
what
know
you're saying.
everybody
Yeah.
sees it differently, but that's how I see it. Let's see here. Let's see what Bryce got.
28-24 in favor of the Rams. But guys, I mean,
The
look at this
resolve,
next drive
KB,
for the
the
Panthers right here.
resolve, the resiliency of this football
Fourth
team.
and 2, as they do, just a cool Tedero McMillan touchdown right here.
Now they're gonna break this down,
Fourth
drive.
down,
We just
Bryce
talked
Young,
about this,
man.
right?
That's
Why
who
they're
we're
gonna
gonna
break it
Ice in
start
down.
his
calling.
vein, ice in his veins. But again, the play.
Now why? Look, right here. You got the
Yeah.
tight end coming across, right? Coming across, forcing the defense, right? Look, Excel's above him, forcing the defense. Cause this is Excel guy. Excel's guy paused. It was too late by the time he paused. Look,
Play action here.
see, look, he behind him. You see that? He
Yeah.
behind him. Look, look, force it. Look, they got to flow with him. Look, see, they got to float over here with him. Excel's already up the field. Now that's gonna take the top off, which forces the safety to come with him.
Because you've been running the ball all game. You have to honor any
Boom.
type of play action, which brings everybody up to the ball.
Not only that, though, Stu, the job of the offensive
Offensive
line
line.
to give him that kind of time against this Rams defense.
Now they go go through it more in depth later. But what you think, driver? That right there, that had the whole defense out there flat
Yeah, I
because
want to.
the run, they had to respect the run. One, right? It was they had to
Right.
respect the run. So they had to respect the run. So they couldn't just all be passed and all of that. They was like, okay, this is a short pass. Okay, let's cover the tight end. Right? Tight ends open.
Right.
Tight end that. Oh, let's cover the running back. Running back. Okay, cool. But then because they did that rub route, because they paused, that's when Excel was up the field. It was game over. Even if it would have been Excel or him, game over.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just look at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
What I saw, and the play what happened. Excel made that play happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, Bryce threw him open. I mean, yeah, he caught the ball, but Bryce threw his ass open. I mean, my bad. Bryce threw him open.
Yeah, yeah,
And what I take from just the from what he's been criticized about, I
yep.
think that just
Lead them
kind of
down the field. Lead them
yeah,
down the
yeah,
field. Yep. You right, driver. With the games that we won the game, he led them down the field. I mean, he just put the ball right in front of them, let them run and stride. When he tried to so-called throw it on time and all this other stuff, it was like it was either right behind him or it wasn't in stride. When he leads them, that's when he gets look. Oh, this was third or fourth down right here. Look at it on the screen. He had an 80% passing percentage on third and fourth down.
right.
Yeah.
And the
He had
thing about it
162
is,
yards, 3 touchdowns. Go ahead.
hey, the one he threw to Trummer Trimble earlier,
Yep.
if he would have threw it to Coker, it would have been completed on third
Mm-hmm.
down.
Yep.
And the one he threw the tick and tried to squeeze in on
Mm-hmm.
that sideline, Coker had his man beat. If you
Yep.
look at the tape, Coker was wide open on that touchdown. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? He had his man beat again. So
Again.
yeah, on third foot, he could have went 10 for 10. That's the point I'm trying to make, certain people
Yeah.
understand. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Them
Yeah.
the only two misses he really missed, and the people was wide open.
Yep.
You
And
know
that
what I'm saying?
that
So
means that that means his play design is excellent because now it comes down to if Bryce gets comfortable and he gets comfortable at reading it faster, the
right.
easier it's gonna be. That's all it is. That's all
Hmm.
it is. But hey, I'll take 80%. 80% I'll take. Shoot. 80%? Man.
Yeah, think about it. Ain't
Uh
nobody only people doing stuff like that is Pat Mahomes. You know what I'm
very
saying?
true.
So, and that's why I say when you look at the quarterback in the fourth quarter, that's where they make they money at. See, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people would be about this. See, this is the reason why I say that
Mm-hmm.
quarterbacks make their money in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now they're just speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Just no bias or nothing. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Just look at Bryce Young as a typical quarterback. Is he a running quarterback or he a passing quarterback?
Mm, I would think passing, but he can run.
But most of his what he want to do first. If he had the man to throw it to, would he make that throw or would he run it?
Make the throw.
Okay, so we know he a passer, right? All
Mm-hmm.
right. Now, it's not really too many just black quarterbacks who just sit back and just throw the ball. You get what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Uh-huh.
So what
Very
I
true.
see from him is that I mean his skill and his potential to become a better passer is still growing. And I
Mm.
think that's his potential. I think he's more of a want to be a passer. I think that's the reason why he has those interceptions. You get what I'm saying? I think he takes
Mm.
chances
Yep.
on a lot. And now and I'm speaking of this because if you look at that game, he
Mm-hmm.
had you was bringing up the 8 for 10 on third down.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Now I think he's settling in and
Mm-hmm.
he's showing you that that's what he do.
Mm-hmm.
He could pick you apart. He could throw a deep, long,
Yep.
on third, fourth down. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if he got time, if he got the blockers, he could,
Mm-hmm.
he could pick you apart. So I just look at him as growing as a pocket quarterback. That's just what I see.
Now I got you, man. And Tim was saying Jimmy Horn was open also. You right. You right, Tim. My thing is this game here was the first time I seen all year long. That wasn't even a complete game, but that was pretty close. But that wasn't a complete game. We ain't played our best yet. That's crazy. We done beat we done beat the two best teams in the NFL at the time that we played them, and we ain't played our best game yet.
Right.
Hey, that's encouraging to me. What's up, Tony? Good morning, brother. Good morning.
What's good, fellas? What's good? What's good, Wiley? What's
Ain't
good,
nothing to it,
driver?
man.
My
We just
boy
check,
Tony.
we checking out the reaction show that Thomas Davis did with was it Jonathan Stewart and
Yeah,
Christine
Christian
Baboli.
Balboni.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we looking at some of that, reacting to it. Man, I'm telling you, Tony, if somebody would have said what we looking on the screen here, uh, if he'd have did this during the game, we'd have been happy. He did this, and I mean, if this was the whole game, we'd have been happy. This is third and fourth down.
yeah. Well, he has 75% completion percentage for the whole game, so it
Yeah,
ain't far off.
no, it ain't far off, but it's crazy, man. And we were
Right.
looking at how, and I saw some of CJ's show, how guys got open, man. Man, that there's nothing wrong with our scheming. What you think, Tony?
No, it's nothing wrong with the scheme. Like I said last night on
Mm-hmm.
CJ podcast and on Twan's
Mm-hmm.
704 Shot Down Show podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Your play caller has to trust in his play calling, and we
Mm-hmm.
seen when Dave Canales uh fully when he shows a willingness to fully believe in what he's calling,
Yep.
even when he's being aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen the fruits of that labor.
Yes, sir.
Like
Yes, sir.
the quarterback hasn't let him down, the running backs haven't let him down,
Nope.
the wide receivers haven't let him down.
Mm-mm.
So Dave Canales, what is stopping you from calling plays like this or opening up the playbook like this consistently week in and
Yes.
week out?
Yes,
You know what
Tony.
I'm saying?
Yes,
Because
Tony.
the offense, the quarterback, they can't do no more than what you call.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Very
to
true.
your point, Tony, it was, I kind of reflected on this earlier in the season. It was really bad because, the outfits was missing, Coca. I mean, he was more of a threat in our offense to keep in our passing game than excel, even at the beginning of the season. I mean, we do that because his role
Yeah.
in that
Mm-hmm.
position, it holds a lot, holds a lot of weight. That's why, when Hunter Riffo came in, he had 2 touchdowns at the beginning of the season. He had some catches because that's a vital role in our offense.
Mm-hmm.
So he couldn't he was designing and he was just makeshifting stuff up to try to make it work until we got him back and see if he gonna still live up to that same moment that he had. So that's why I was saying like it's just really we just been playing. We had a lot of injuries and then Bryce got hurt soon as he came back. You gotta think about that.
Yeah.
So Bryce dealt with
Yeah, but
injury. He couldn't move in the pocket.
he wasn't I mean he was only out one game. It's not like he missed a significant amount of time. But for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I, I just believe it goes back to the play caller, which is Dave Canales, who is also, he's not offense coordinator, Brad Isaac is, but he's the play caller. And I mentioned last night, like the Dallas game, those guys can show you what they can do running and passing. The
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta game,
Yeah.
both of them shows you
Yeah.
what can be
Yeah.
done running and passing.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams game shows you what can be done running
Yeah.
and passing. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you
Yeah.
you have you have enough
Evidence.
sample size. Yeah, you have enough evidence that shows you if I'm committed to this, if I open up the playbook and
Mm-hmm.
if I call games a little bit more aggressive, these
Mm-hmm.
guys will go out, execute, and perform. We've seen that. But it's
Yeah.
like you aggressive one week, then the next week you fall back to being ultra conservative. Then you get ridiculed, talked about,
Yep.
questions about the team, the offense
Yeah.
and stuff. And then the
Uh-huh.
following week you say, oh, let me dial it back up again. And then
Yeah.
That's that whole up and down, that roller coaster thing that
Uh-huh.
we've been talking about all season long. And it was like, okay, when are you, Dave Canales, are going to believe in what you're calling and what you're seeing? Because we see it.
Yeah,
I mean,
we do.
I see it.
I
You
see it.
know,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So if we see it, yeah, I know you got to see it. So
Yeah.
this is the stretch. You got a bye week. This is a
Mm-hmm.
stretch.
Mm-hmm.
The making it to the playoffs is in
Mm-hmm.
your hands. It's not in nobody else's hands. You control your own destiny right now. What are you going
Yes.
to do?
Yeah. I now, Tony, and I hope this to be true. I hope that they don't get like they did for that Monday night game, get too hyped up. You know what I mean? It's football, guys. It's football. Play the next game. Play the next play. The guy in front of you is the guy in front of you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Don't make it more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it more than what it is. It's football. Play. You
Yeah,
got. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too hyped up here. You know that's all I'm saying.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
to
No,
that,
I
to
feel you.
that, and when I looked at, somebody broke up a stat, man, since week 10 of last year, the man has threw over 4,000 yards. So even if you take what he done from last year, the last six or seven games,
Mm-hmm.
and you added it to this season, which is maybe so, which will be, I think he like 11-10 or something like that, with 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's a typical quarterback. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Well,
I
he got
mean,
if he finishes this year strong, then I think he'll be over 3,000 yards, and he'll be over what we at now. He'll be probably probably around 30 touchdowns, and probably less than 15 interceptions. So that's a that's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
You,
I don't.
I mean,
Well,
go ahead,
eternal. No,
go ahead,
I
Turner.
saw the comment. Eternal. Made. We need better than doing well if you're talking about championships. I mean, I wasn't here early. Were y'all talking about championships?
No, no, no. We weren't talking about championships.
Okay, so
I don't know what
I don't
Eternal.
know
I don't
what
know what Eternal.
I don't know what
Oh, I
Eternal's
see what
talking about.
I think Eternal's thinking. If we're doing what we're doing now, uh, yeah, if we're doing what we're doing now, then I think it's gonna be important that you know, I think he's thinking for Eternal. Tell us what you're thinking, man, because I think you're thinking forward, which is good. It's good to have people thinking forward, but ain't nobody saying nothing about no Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm not on that thing.
Oh, he
Uh,
says the convo in the chat, not us. Okay.
oh, okay, all right,
Because
cool.
I'm a firm believer, and it's just
Hmm.
like in life, you got to crawl before you walk. I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
even thinking about no championship
yeah.
or
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
no
yeah.
Super Bowl, like let's just make the playoffs.
How
Right.
about that?
And
How about
Yeah,
that? How about
that's
that?
all what you call, a fantasy. You want the team to do best. Every team want to say, man, my team going to the Super Bowl this year. Every fan do that.
Yeah,
And to that point, every fan criticize their coach. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
hmm
when people look at certain stuff, is, man, when you fan, you sit back and you talk about certain things that's involved in your team. The coach could be one of the best coaches in the world, but he go out there and coach a bad game. You gonna talk about it. You can't
yeah,
sweep it under the rug.
yeah. That's
People
true.
go crucify him. They gonna talk about him on TV. Everybody, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Some
It's
yeah,
people might
ridiculous.
give a slighter pass, but
Yeah,
everybody ain't gonna do that. So, to the point of why I say, we gotta, we know what our expectation for the team is, which is 8 to 10 wins. I mean, nobody's saying Super Bowl. Nobody's looking at our team as a championship team, you know. But we want our team to win a championship.
yeah, yeah. Me too. And check it out. Tim was talking about us being bipolar. Uh, you know what? I say this. I hope that he has when he go into this bye week, he comes out that he coaches like he just coached. he's turned from his, you know, whatever it is.
Conservative ways.
Yeah, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, Tony. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, Tony. I'm like, why the dude keep doing this? Because we have a race car and he keep throttling it down, right? He keep throttling down the race car. It's like, why you doing that, man?
I mean, in certain ways, if you pay attention to that press conference before we played the Rams, after we played the
Mm,
49ers,
mm-hmm.
they went to try. Everybody got out here. They were like, "Well, Bryce said he don't pay attention to the playbook." Now, Bryce, they went to because the reporters asking him, "Why you think reporters is asking the quarterback is he spending time on plays?" Right? See, you
Yeah.
got to read into that. See, that's a more of a slight on the coach
Okay.
because ain't nobody
Household driver.
There we go.
How's
because
that?
because when I brought up early in the season, if anybody that's been following the team and knows week to week, when Bryce see an opportunity goes one way, and when the play is drawn up the next week, he always find that man. So the question about anybody ever trying to question whether he pay attention to reading to the playbook is kind of more disingenuous when you same reporters just ask Rico why he didn't run the ball number 6 times, and when you in the goddamn you the lead rusher in the offense. You see
Hey,
what
I
I'm
got
saying? It's
you. Yeah.
like they trying to nitpick some out the players to go against the coach. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
they can't have a driver. They can't have a harmonious environment. They're reporters. They need controversy. When
right.
the truth may be the truth, but they don't care about the truth, man. Truth don't matter. It's controversy that
Come on now. If they
sells.
would have been asked this man, is he
Yeah,
playing? They ain't never to a point felt like Bryce went go out there and just throw the ball around. He been doing it
mm,
all year.
yeah, he
He
has.
all he do is sit back and do short routes and beat routes and stuff like that. So he working through his progression. Stop this crazy stuff. They try to get some out of the players to go against the coach. You get what I'm saying? And they
Yeah,
try to turn something into something, but they smart. They read the rule. That's
yeah.
why Bryce laughed it off. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, okay,
That's what I'm saying. Like, just read into it. It
okay,
became a like
okay.
that. Oh, now you question it. You know what I'm saying? The structure of the team. Oh, Bryce, do you come in at what time you come in and do? See, they were asking him stuff about coming in, what he do in his out time and what he do coming to the facility, going
Mm-hmm,
down his schedule. You get what I'm saying? What's his
mm-hmm.
preparation for the game? All this
Yeah,
and all this. You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
questioning a person who's it's not whether, you know what I'm saying, when he going out there on the field that he ain't, you know what I'm saying, going through his progressions. Is that certain plays he's just not going down deep. Or the next play, next guy they might run not the ball not enough. Or
yeah,
this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like, they want him to be the more of a extension of the coach and to be more critical of the head coach. And
yeah,
that's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? With
yeah,
Bryce, he ain't that type of person.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, well, that's very true. Let's check out a couple of this. They're gonna play some film here. Let's check this out. They're gonna look up. They're gonna go up to the board here in a second here. Right after this, let's see.
Because again, like I said earlier, the growth in these two, and more so the brain. It's like they're on the same brain wave, right?
Yeah,
And
talking about Coker.
when you have that, you start to become a little bit unstoppable, and that's what it felt like on fourth down. You
Yeah,
know, we're
yeah. Coker's a different guy, man. Coker's a different guy. People can say what they want to say. Excel ain't Coker, and there ain't no slight in Excel, but Coker's a different guy, man. If I think it's like what's the dude on the Rams? Puka, right?
Right.
Puka,
Yeah.
Puka and Coker to me are similar players. The difference is Puka is more being spotlighted. You know what I mean? Coker is just playing. He's playing his game. He's not being spotlighted, but when he is, he delivers all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. He does.
I mean, all the
He
time.
does.
And let
He's
me answer
plus
his
in.
question to each other, man. I'm not saying every time Bryce goes through his progressions every play. Yeah, he do targeted tick. But the point, if you listen, I said, see, once he ain't have Coca. So when you was trying to go through your progressions and you knowing you gotta always keep coming back to T-Mac, it's gonna fall into a habit until you get that person back. And once he got back, what about doing? Distributing everywhere. It been distributed, but it's going to Coker and it's opening up other wide receivers.
Well,
Tech
one
had
one
one
thing,
catch.
yeah, about that yeah, that's what I was going to say. So yeah, with this game here, Ted had one catch, I think, on
Mm-hmm.
two
Two
targets
Yep.
targets.
for
Mm-hmm.
43 yards and touchdown. I think Coker was targeted like 5 or 6 times. And he had 4 catches.
Yep.
So listen, I always say about, especially when it comes to this wide receiver position, when you have a quarterback like Bryce who doesn't have a gunslinger arm, who's not going to just try to fit it in tight windows consistently. He's not a Josh Allen or Justin Herbert,
Yep.
anybody like that with that kind of arm.
Mm-hmm.
So he throws with great anticipation. So compliment him. You need someone that can really run routes and create separation.
There
Right
you go.
now,
That's
right
Coker.
now in the starting lineup, Coker, in my opinion, is the best
Ding dong.
route runner and creative separation.
Yes.
So
And get,
and
Tony, it
on
ain't
top
your
of
opinion.
that,
Hold on a second, Tony. It ain't even
on,
your opinion. Hold on a second, Tony. It's not your opinion. His rookie year last year, in rookies,
yeah,
he was number 3 in separation. Number 3. So out of all
hmm
the guys that got drafted last year, he was number 3. In the league, out of everybody in the league, he was number 5, Tony. That's stats. That ain't Wiley opinion. Go ahead, Tony.
That's the point. You see
right.
what I'm saying? So everything you see now. That's why I said they just got to understand the context of a
But
team.
it's not that people don't want to understand. They just want to believe what they want to believe to fit their narrative or to make them feel right. That's all it is. Because you if you watch the game, if people watch the game like they say they watch the game every Sunday, it ain't hard to tell who Dave Canales is dialing up plays for or who he trusts the most in critical situations. So I mean the film tells you who has the trust of the quarterback and the head coach in critical situations. That's all.
Right, right. So
Now y'all right now. Y'all right. And the thing about it is now that Coker is back and he's healthy, now the teams have to cover the whole field.
right.
Now I believe that what you're gonna have is you're gonna have Excel at selling, Jimmy at selling, the tight ends at selling, because they have to cover the whole field. Now they seen in this game here, they said, okay, cool, we're gonna take away Tech. Cool. Now in this game, okay, who you gonna take away, guy? Okay, you're gonna take away Tech, you're gonna take away Coca, cool. Leggett gonna have a great game. Do you see what I'm saying? Or the tight ends. So
Mhm.
now you got a problem because somebody gonna be open. You got a problem.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't expect the offense to thrive without a route runner. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that just pretty much on any team. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Hmm.
with a quarterback. I mean,
Yeah.
and we're a growing team. I mean, if they had these same expectations and it was like year 8, year 9 with Bryce, then I understand that. But we talking about a team that's rebuilt their whole wide receiver core within the
Yep.
last year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like, I say I just, give it time. We survived this year.
Hmm.
Shoot, next year, we right where we need to be at. You know.
We need some. We need an excellent draft. This draft coming. If we do that, driver, we're on the road. We're on the road for being a perennial playoff team every year. It ain't a choice. We'll be a playoff team every year for at least 5 years. Because what'll happen is, I would say, yeah, 5 years. Because a lot of these contracts, we're gonna we can last at least 4 years with some, 3 to 4 years with some of these contracts. it's some of these guys we can't sign. It's just gonna be the way it is. But if we can draft some more uh in the wing, so when they go out, so we building that process, right? Good drafts over and over again. Then we can go to the 5 to 7 year window. What you think, Tony?
I mean, it's hard to put a number on it. I'm not gonna try to put a number on it. I
Okay.
just want to see progression. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I just want to see progression every year, every
Hmm.
game. When you go into the off season, they're gonna, evaluate where they
Hmm.
at. What holes they need to fill, where's the weakness, where the strength is.
Hmm.
So all that kind of stuff. I mean, you have your scouting department. That's stuff that they do year round. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? They
Yeah.
gather up all this information, all this information, and all these plans and stuff like that. Then when the season over, they sit down with Dan Morgan and Dave Canales, and they go through these guys with fine tooth combs, and they look to see who fits their system. Um, of his offensive lineman, who do they fit the
Yeah.
offensive line blocking scheme? If
Hmm.
it's a corner, does he fit Evero's um zone scheme? I mean, all that
Hmm.
all that stuff they have conversations with, not only during the off season but throughout the
Hmm.
year. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to see these guys with continued growth. I want to see Dan Morgan continue to make great trades,
Hmm.
great picks, and in the draft. All that
Hmm.
stuff. This is all stuff that we haven't seen or had in a long ass time.
Boy, it's like getting a cold glass of water in the desert, baby. It's like getting
And,
a cold.
and to your point, Tony,
Yeah.
I was more, looking forward to this draft because, like you say,
Hmm.
we got the a draft we just hit on, right? This right here,
Yeah.
kind of just reminds me that if this draft, we draft in the right spots, I think it would impact our franchise, for the future, even beyond, Bryce or any other players that become here. You know what I'm saying? I think this GM has changed around the organization into the future that we need to be heading in, regardless who the
Hmm.
coach or the quarterback is. You get what I'm saying? I think he showed that, and I think
Hmm.
if this year he hit again, it just really showed me that over the
Woo.
next 20 years we got us a GM, unless
Yeah.
he, what I'm saying, something bound to happen, whatever the case may be. But I think that's the guy, that's the main guy around this situation is Dan Morgan. You know what I'm
And that
saying?
scout, and then like Tony said, that scouting team, that
Yeah, the
scouting
scouting
team,
team.
that
Yeah.
scouting team, actually, he put together that scouting team himself. But the first year he was here, he replaced that team, and people don't realize he replaced that team. Now this team here reflects him and his what he's looking for, and they hit on the draft. So I expect them to hit on the draft again. If they do it again, then it's going to be like normal. It's going to be like normal from that point on. It's like, okay, we can replace the players. Who do we need? Let's check out this play.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
let's
That's
let's
yeah.
check out this play here.
And you're going against that type of mentality in the Carolina Panthers.
Look at Coker. Look
And
at
what
Coker.
that has to do for the defense, oh,
Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch him stacking.
don't go for Daniel, give us some rest.
Mhm.
Oh, please, please, we are for that. Please do that. But you have to be able to connect. You have to have the players to actually rise to the occasion and make those types of plays. And
Now, I would say this, and Tony said it earlier. Jay Coker, because Coker has great uh separation and his footwork is really excellent. It's route running. It put pressure on the defense. I think they're gonna have to adjust the next game. I don't care who we're playing, they're gonna have to adjust to Coker,
They
which gonna open up the field.
yeah,
Hmm.
and they ain't gonna be able to adjust to him. Wiley, see, I mean, I saw what I saw from the San Francisco game at the end, like I told you. Once they put Coker outside and put him into that role of running those plays for Excel that they wanted him to run,
Mm-hmm.
it's really gonna get the offense gonna be to nice balance. So you ain't gonna be able to sit back and double team T Mac no more. I'm
No,
telling you. You
no.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they finna be coming out of those single high, and we're gonna be able to run the ball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Now we could
You
get
talking about
down the
talk now?
doggone field, run the ball. We're getting 5 or 6 yards of carry. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Open up those lanes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's what I'm more of a looking at it as that we need that to help open up the running game going into the playoffs, you know, and
Very
we
true.
could get we could be balanced, which is in Canales is able to call the run plays,
Mm-hmm.
and we could, so that's what I see from what Coca Brain style team, especially if they gone slide to that number 2, yeah, get it over with.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I don't disagree with that. I think if they keep moving people around like they've been doing, what it'll do is it'll force, yeah. If they move them around, because I think what it's gonna do is for Coker can move, so can Ted. What it'll do is it'll help Leggett, right? It'll help Leggett because Leggett has to develop, right? It'll help the team too because you won't know on defense what actual play we're gonna be running if everybody can now run all three positions. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It'll help the team. Now, maybe this year's the development year. Next year we'd be like just tearing jokers up because you don't know. And okay, we lined up in this formation. Who get the ball? You don't know because there's no more tendencies. You see what I'm saying? Everybody
Hmm.
can catch everything. Now there may be some route differences simply because I think Leggett hips is not as fluid as the other guys. That's just me.
I mean, that's why like I was saying, you move him around and move him in motion is where now he could really run and knowing when to play. You get what I'm saying? It's coming off more about he getting the defense, he getting the advantage of the go. You using his speed because when he got a quick first 2 steps. You know what I'm saying? He fast. So by them moving him around, that'll help whether we try to run the ball to our inside, our outside toss play. He great with blocking. You get what I'm saying? And then when they bite, we run the play action. He run a go route. I mean, they showing you if you like I say, even in that play that people were talking about that on Tom and Trumbull, right? If you had Excel instead of you having
With
the tight end
AI.
on this side and you had Excel on that side and you running that same formation, you get what I'm saying? That's gonna take now you using Excel in the motion going straight up. Man, they're gonna take the whole, defense, with them every play. You know what I'm saying? So, but go ahead. Yeah, I was just saying, pointing that out that I think he could excel in that slot though.
4th and 2 in a pivotal point in the game where we needed a touchdown. We needed a conversion, first of all, but we ended up getting a touchdown because brilliant play calling and brilliant execution. So here
You
we
might as well
got
just say Brilliant Bryce.
brilliant.
You see where they got him at right there?
Hmm?
You see where they got XL at right there in the slot?
Yeah, he in the slot.
You see what I'm
This is
saying?
that touchdown to T Mac when they run that deep crosser. This is a condensed formation. Wiley, you there?
Yeah, I think they finna bring that's Coca coming all the way
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Well, my bad. I had myself muted. Yeah, I had myself muted. But
Uh,
yeah, I think that yeah, they're gonna show like you see they got uh a tight formation here. They got Ted up here and we got Excel down here. and they're gonna do that crossing route, right? Deep crossing
Mm-hmm.
route. And what they're trying to do is they're really trying to stop the run. As you can see, look how many people down here. How many in the box, Tony? Look like there's 8. Let's see, 1,
Yeah,
seven,
about
8,
9 of them.
9. Yeah, there's
9
9
of
of
them in the
them.
box. 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, about 8 in the box. And the 2 corners are they real tight based off
mm-hmm.
the formation. But
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
as you can see, yeah, go ahead.
looks like they are running cover 1.
Mm-hmm. It's very true because I got single high safety. You'll see it in a moment. There's one safety up top. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna go through this. Listen to him.
Bryce.
I love it.
I love Brilliant
It
Bryce.
It worked.
Is that his new name?
That's his name.
BB?
When he make plays like this, he's brilliant, Bryce.
Brilliant Bryce.
Ooh.
BB. All right, so let's break this down here. We have play action because we've been running the ball all game.
Yep.
Right?
That's how you set it up.
That's how you set it up. And what does it do when we have a play action?
Literally,
linebackers?
everybody. First step right now.
Mm-hmm.
First thing this guy does: steps forward, and now
as you can see, watch this. Before they even get there, watch this. If you can look at this, look at Excel. Excel already got it. Look at it. The guy right here, the guy that's supposed to be covering Excel, he's barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
He's
he looking at the
barbecue
run. He looking at the run.
Yeah, he barbecue chicken already.
Yeah, he had in the backfield. He looking straight at the court on the running back. That's all he's trying to do.
And the other guy here on the outside, he's looking at this receiver coming around.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't worried about Excel.
They think it's a run.
Yeah. Watch.
What that does, it allows the receivers to get a step.
Yep.
Allows him to get a step on him. Allows him to get a step on him.
Bringing the linebackers up, it gives the receivers the ability to find space.
And
right?
you can see it right now. It allows them to get behind them. Like both of our guys right now.
Now, as you can see, look like this right here is the must be the other safety.
No, that's a middle. Yeah, that probably is. Yeah, he probably dropped down playing that middle though. He playing that.
Or that could be a linebacker. I can't tell his number right there. Well, you see, he just passes off Leggett. He don't even go with him. You see that, right? The guy right here, he already barbecue.
That's number 48, their middle linebacker. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, so he's already barbecue chicken. Look, at this spot right here, the safety up top has to go to Leggett. He has no choice.
And that's Bryce Reed. He's reading the safety.
Correct.
Or behind their defenders.
Yep. So we have 2 deep crossing routes, right? You have McMillan starting off on the top, and he's making his way across the field. You have Xavier Leggett starting here off the bottom, and he's making himself to the numbers on this side. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a rub with the defense, right? They're trying to get these guys to collide against each other with the deep crossing routes. And what Bryce does a good job of in this beautiful pocket, by the way, look at this. I can throw a route in that, right? And so what BB does here is he goes through his progression. His first progression, I'll show you. Boom. First progression, he got out a little late because Zero held him up. He's looking at Sanders here in the flat. Second read, he's looking for Xavier Leggett as they're coming off onto this crossing route. And so what you see here, TD, you see.
Now there it is right there. That's how they put the defense in conflict, right? This reason why, like you said, Driver, by putting Leggett in the slot. Pittsburgh does it a lot with the guy they got from Seattle. What's his name? The guy they got from Seattle, the big receiver.
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, Metcalf. They do the same thing with Metcalf. They put him in the slot and they use his speed to put the defense in conflict.
Right.
Now, that Driver, I can agree with. As you can see, put the defense in conflict here, which made the safety have to cover him, and then Tech got one-on-one. Yes, sir.
This safety back there, safety help, commit to this side.
He has to. And the reason why he has to, Stu, is because way back in the beginning of this play, there was some indecision by this guy right here. Once there was indecision, Cam Newton has said this a bunch, and I've been watching his show. If they're even, they're leaving. So that's what's happening on this play. Him and Leggett ended up being even because he had to pause for the play action, and now he's getting outflanked. He's getting outran, which causes some panic from this safety in the middle of the field. And now he has to jump down to help with Xavier Leggett, who he think that Bryce is going to, but that leaves Emmanuel Forbes one-on-one with our quote-unquote best receiver. And we talked about it. If he's even, let's show him what happens.
They leaving. Okay? You can't guard that.
He's leaving, man. T-Mac, probably his only catch, but one of the biggest catches of the game. And all of this is created and started because of this pocket. Look at what Bryce Young has right now.
Bruh.
All day.
Tony, talk to me about that pocket, baby. Look at that pocket.
That pocket pretty. That pocket is pretty.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Your boy still around there. He up there. He ain't blocking nobody.
He ain't blocking nobody.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he probably be helping my boy, Damon Lewis. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
he around that bull. Like, look at him, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He ain't nothing.
I got you, driver.
Ain't no way the center going that far down. Even if we ain't running the play, you know we run the play action, right?
Yeah.
Think about it now. You get what I'm saying? He bite out, but he know the play. You get what I'm saying? he know the play. They don't know the play.
That's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's why I say, man, it's pure trash. I can't wait till West Coast come back. It's trash.
His play can be a little erratic. That's for true. That's for sure.
How many times you seen the center sit right there, hit by the guard in that same pocket? He just got his arm up his head. He know he just there for comfort. He ain't got boy could get him. You don't even know what happened.
Why? What are you doing here? What is he doing?
Nothing. About to get a flag.
That took him too far down the field. That was ran down the field.
But well, matter of fact, that Damon Lewis down now. That's the big guy thing that you know what I'm saying, they brought in off the bench. That's why he getting whooped like that at the end, because you can see everybody else got their man blocked. Look.
Who you talking about, driver? Who you talking about?
The one they brought up, I can't think of his name. The third.
Jake Curhan?
Yeah.
Curhan, yeah.
That's him right there.
He blocking in the middle right there in front of Bryce.
Yeah. I
mean,
he blocked
clean pocket. Still clean pocket though.
Yeah, he blocked him. Now he had him up now. I ain't gonna get him, you know what I'm saying? He gave him well enough time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you the difference between these dogs we got, 72 and 79. Both of them ain't letting nothing get through that.
Look at that. And that line, that defensive line now, they've been doing things to people all year long. The Rams defensive front was their strength. So, blocking those guys, doing how good they did on Sunday, man, that wasn't no small feat. That wasn't no small feat for me. Let's let it play a little bit.
Stu, you talked about it. You said that you could throw the ball from this. I seen you throw. I don't know if you could have made this throw, no matter where you at on the field.
Make this throw. My shoulder's like a concrete.
I understood the point you were making with Bryce having this amount of time against this Rams defense is unheard of. Hats off to the offensive line for the phenomenal job that they did in this game, in particular on this play to allow the deeper developing routes to take place, and for Bryce to be able to sit in the pocket and make a throw like this, it was truly amazing. Let it play out so we can watch it. And that's how T-Mac ended up. Did a phenomenal job, man.
And again, none of this happens without this offensive line blocking, but kudos to Dave Canellas drawing up the running play so that way this can be honored in a pivotal moment in the game.
That was a great job. That was truly one of the biggest plays of the game yesterday.
Now that right there, between that one and the Coca play, that's really, man, what I really was looking at. I watched the other stuff, but that's really what I wanted to show. Cause and listen, Tony, it was something that you saw that which y'all looked at yesterday on CJ's show, or or something that you wanted to actually bring up that I did not think about, because after I looked at this and I looked at the all 22, I said, you know what, I'm gonna play some of this because it's a different voice. Uh, it's a different voice and it's zoomed in. So hey, cool. And we it's educational, so it's it's not like we can get flagged on actually, and we paused, we talked through it, so it's not like we didn't just play it straight through. Talk to me, Tony. Did I miss anything? Something else that you want to show regarding all 22 before we go into some more stats?
No, I don't know what all y'all covered. I wasn't
We covered
in
the we
during the
covered
beginning, but
yeah, Coker's effect on the game, and also now we looked at T Mac, and then we looked at a couple, like three plays only, and that's what I looked at, those three plays. The Coker one touchdown, the one we just saw there, we watched that twice, and I'm trying to remember the other one right now, but yeah, main point is there was plenty of time in the pocket for Bryce. The play
What you
yeah,
callers
say?
had the defense off balance all day long, and Bryce was killing them on third and fourth down.
yeah,
Man,
yeah.
he
I
had
mean,
plenty of time. Go ahead, Walter.
and the defense, when you talk about missing like three starters,
Oh yeah,
dealing with injuries,
yep.
that was one thing that was our Achilles heel last year, that everybody got hurt like within the first two games. And for the rest of the year we were playing with second and third stringers and people off the street, and this and that. We had the wrong people playing. People were playing out of position. Let me say that, especially on the defensive front, because we all agree that Shaw Tuttle had no business playing nose guard for us last year. So we play that bend but don't break type of game. Cause don't get it confused. Even though the defense was good, got three takeaways, three crucial
Oh,
takeaways at
crucial.
that.
Yep.
They still
Giving up stuff.
um
Yeah.
yeah, the Rams were still able to go up and down the
Mm-hmm.
field on them chunk plays,
Yep.
running plays. I think Blake Curran averaged like 7.5 yards per carry. He
Mm-hmm.
had like 7 carries for 81 yards or something like that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was just that who made the mistake first,
There you go.
and that was the Rams. And they not only did it once, twice, but three times.
Yes,
We
sir.
won the turnover battle. We won the
Yeah.
time of possession battle.
Mm-hmm.
We were more efficient on third
And
and
fourth.
fourth downs. And we were 3 for 3 on fourth down.
Mm-hmm.
And like we always say, it's a copycat league.
Yes,
It's a
sir.
copycat league, and I expected the Rams to pressure us. So whether it was simulated pressures, mugging the A gap or mugging the A and B gap. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yep.
cause everybody wants to know, if we stop the run, if we start Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard,
Yep.
can Bryce beat us over the top? And he
Showed
had
you
he
now.
had again,
Yep.
when the play calling is right, when Dave Canales trusts himself to call these plays,
Yep.
they have delivered.
Bingo.
So
I mean, to your point, man. I mean, I look at it like this, defensive wise, Evero is what you call he give me that Bill Belichick type of say mindset, meaning he's not gonna overload himself with
Mm.
with a lot, because he feel like this. If my offense can move the ball, I'm a draw up certain plays to, what I'm saying, to, like help the game, like interceptions, and make the type of calls he need to make, the adjustments. And he's more of a coach. He only draws up pressure after he did watched you go up a couple drives, and he see you, and then once he make his adjustment, You know, he go drop a blitz on you. Now he got you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He got you with a sack. You know, every time you see him drop a blitz, the player always get there, whether they make the sack or not. They
Yeah,
in the
that's true.
right spot. You
That's
know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah, they
So
are.
he very smart about when to draw up blitzes and when not to. So I think what we want from him, like far as just helping out the run guy, even you saw what happened against the Rams. I think
Mm-hmm.
that just more indicative to his scheme, and you know, I'm gonna give you some just to get you out of throwing the ball. You get what I'm saying? Meaning he didn't want Stafford to throw the ball around. So
Mm-hmm.
what I do is I allow you to run the ball a little bit and see if you stick with it. And if you watch Sean McVay, after his press conference, he was like, "Man, I should have stuck with the run." You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because he was giving him the run. He
Yep.
chose to try to pass the ball with a goddamn quarterback. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I you know when I pointed out the other guy, I said it's the same thing, man. That's about coaching. You can't not criticize the coach what his needs to be. And a lot of people get up there and be like, well, Matthew Stafford threw this and that, and it was just a tip pass, and he drew the play up, and he picked the mother. The man could have ran the ball and won the game.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying? The game is the win. Now this should be look pretty.
That's
And that's
very
what they
true,
got.
driver.
They got too cute. And that's what happened.
Hello. That
Yeah.
sounds like what we did, ain't it? With the
Come
other
on.
games.
They defense played perfect. They stopped us all the way to fourth down. They got you can't be mad at the coach. How you mad at the coach? He took him that many times. You know what I'm saying? And he went for it.
Yeah.
He took a chance. If he missed,
Yeah.
we don't. That's 14 points. They win 30 to 20 or 30 to 17. It's a
Yeah,
whole
that's
different
right.
game.
Very true. Hey, then you either the goat or you the or you the
That
hero.
you know what I'm saying? And it's like people don't want to call it that when it's another coach. They don't want to call it that. You know what I'm saying? But they quit to come up and say, well, he just, man, that's a fluke player. Or he threw an interception. Or it wasn't for the fumble. We could have scored the ball more. They put themselves in that position.
Yeah.
We learned from
Yeah.
our mistakes. We came up here last week. We learned. And our coach said, you know what? This week, I ain't gonna go out looking the same way, embarrass myself, and get out coach.
There you go.
Hey,
You know what, Rob?
I,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Tony.
no, you go ahead. You go ahead. I wasn't gonna say that. Go ahead.
No. I'm just laughing, Tony. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Wiley. You was talking to driver. Go ahead.
I was just thinking. And here comes MGJ. Oh, what's up, MGJ, man? What's up, brother?
Hey, what's good with everybody this morning,
Ain't
man?
What's
nothing
up,
to it, man.
MDJ?
Ain't nothing to it. So what you think, MGJ, before we get to the defense? What you think, man? What you think? You been listening to the show?
Yeah, I've
We
been listening, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. The
mm,
offense, it just shows you that when everybody does their job, the offense can run and flow smoothly. You know what I'm saying? And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. The O line, the receivers, the running back, quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So it right now. I feel like going forward, that's the blueprint. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's the blueprint.
Balance.
You got the blueprint. You know what works against one of the best teams in the NFL. You
Yeah,
build off that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Ain't no need to revert back to the erratic play calling or erratic quarterback play. Just stick to it. It ain't got to be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Come on,
It's
man.
nice when it's perfect, but it ain't got to be perfect. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and and it relates to like they always bring up Drake, man. I watch when we played Drake, man. I watched this man threw the ball 20 times. He was like 17 for 20. That's all he threw. It had a perfect passer rating. And everybody, well, that's the type of quarterback you want. Well, the guy just done it. It's the same thing. It's play calling. The man got Mike McDaniels, whatever his doggone name, as an offensive head coach, man. The man is a great head coach. He go
You mean
give
Josh
Josh
McDaniels?
McDaniels. You're right.
Yeah.
With his game plan going in, he know I'm gonna stick to what working. He
Mm-hmm.
did go away from the run, even though he was running outside runs around in the round runs. He did go away from it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's a different in play calling when your coach know how to call the plays.
But driver, it's funny, driver, because Jake May didn't have that many yards in the game. You're right. And his stats look similar to Bryce's stats right now, but you're right. I didn't think about that.
That's why I
And
be
they've been,
trying. You know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying? Like
You're right.
Who's
it's the play
stats?
caller. You know what I'm saying?
Drake May stats in the game that we played, the Patriots. Bryce stats and his stats looks eerily similar.
Right.
And that, yeah. Uh, Excuse me, Drivers was right. I remember that reaction because remember I kept saying, everybody kept saying the great Drake man. I'm like, man, I'm not saying that. But the point behind it is the Drake May does throw the ball all over the place, and he does have a bigger gun. But if Bryce plays the way he just played, and this play scheme, the play call the way it just been called, and the run is opening it up, and they can't play the run or the pass. I'm talking about the defense; they have to play it even. Oh, we dangerous, baby. We dangerous.
Yeah, and that's how they won all their games. They look at
Yeah,
their running backs. They running backs exploding over there in New England. You get what I'm saying? People
yeah,
not
Yeah.
talking about it, man. You gotta the game is the move the chains.
yep.
And if my offensive line is whooping your defensive line and I'm running the ball, what you think
Hmm.
my quarterback gonna do? It's gonna be an
Yeah,
easy day.
yeah, yeah,
Man,
yeah.
if you look at the teams right now where they got like a superhero quarterback, they actually struggling in the league. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they struggling, but it ain't as a smooth path as it normally be. Like look at Lamar, look at Patrick, look at Josh Allen. It ain't like it normally be, man. You know what I'm saying? So having a superhero at quarterback ain't always the best thing because a lot of times you got to pay that superhero and your team
Hello,
really ain't shit.
hello. Your
Excuse
team
my
may not.
language, Wiley. My
Nah,
bad.
I got you. I got you,
Yeah,
BJ. I know you there.
yeah. I'm
Hey,
gonna get it right. My bad.
it's all good. Appreciate you. Hey, and you know what? I appreciate y'all guys making the effort, man. Making the effort.
Yeah,
Now, you're right, man. It's this year is a weird year, and I hope next year this is a turning point, right? Because if this is the trend that's coming, then the superhero quarterback is not what you want. What you want is a balanced team. Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Wiley, I mean, that's what's been showing you because what happened, like I told her, I said what happened was they saw Jalen Hurts, not a typical quarterback, go up and down, just managing the game and beat a Super Bowl, the type of quarterback that you need to have. Okay. The first Super Bowl, he got to the Super Bowl and outthrew Pat Mahomes and lost. The second Super Bowl, he got there and whooped him. So, I mean, he's not considered no, world beater the top. They ain't people they talk about it. He's not no top 5 quarterback, as in just passing. That's not the formula of winning. But if you could run the ball, and if you look around the league, every team that's running the ball is having success at winning. It's not extinct.
hmm
You,
yeah,
you, you
no,
gotta use the run game at this point because the
yep,
quarterbacks from the last 6 or 7 years ain't
hmm
caught up yet. It's
nope,
nobody.
yep,
And they don't want to face that fact, you know.
yeah, yeah. That's very true. The interesting part about it is, if we continue to run the ball, we run it, and we build a great defense in the draft next year. I think, and say Bryce has a great, yeah, say he has another 33, 3,400 yard season next year because he's gonna probably end up around that this year. You can't complain about it. I mean, he had 2 seasons over 3,200 yards. I mean, is that not what you signed? I'm trying to,
Yeah,
MJ, what you think?
yeah. One thing we can definitely build off of that I like, if you at least on the offensive side of the ball, at our skill positions, we young. You know what I'm saying? It's youth there. Wide receiver, tight end, running back. I mean, we got Chuba ain't young, but we still have depth behind him that can groom and might one day be the one. But the quarterback is still young. The only thing where we have vets is like the offensive line, but you're in a position to where you can have guys behind them ready to start when it's that time. You know what I'm saying? Or if one of them
Mm.
guys go down. So like you
Got-
said, Wiley, we could
mhm.
build a nice stout defense.
Yep.
Man, we'd be locked and loaded, man. Like you said earlier, there's no reason we shouldn't be at least a playoff contender every season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can swap out the offensive lineman. You know,
Yep.
Bryce showed you this year. Offensive lineman go out, he still can produce. See, those the questions you need from your GM. Because now, when you do take a young guy and early in the first round or not, he can just be a plug and play. That's what they did with New England with our left tackle out of LSU. He was a starter right away. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's the things I look at it to where well, we ain't gotta pay certain positions. If okay, you know what, we ain't finna pay him. We can say that man. We just gonna draft a second round or first round offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? Come straight in and play.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And we ain't taking no drop offs. That's why I look at from the structure of the offensive line this year. From what I
Mm-hmm.
look at, and I say that you know what, that's what I wanted from the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We still producing. We still winning. And some down play well every time, and do when they play well, he make the plays. He showed you
Yep.
that we need it, and it showed on tape. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Well. And the thing about it is, we got some guys, that are rotational guys. So we can draft a couple, develop them, right, and rotate some guys out and keep the cap costs down. I think that's where we go, man. That's where we go. What's up, Pop? What's up, Pop? Before we go on, let me get your word, Pop, on the offense, man. Talk to me.
Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of things that y'all saying, man. You know, there's promise. That's what I see. I see a lot of promise, uh, and if things keep going the right way, we will be successful. But you know why I'm here? You know, I'm here for two things only. Of course, to say what's up to everybody.
what
Good
it
morning to
do?
y'all all. One thing was I got to get on driver. Got to get on
Okay.
driver, man.
Go
Talk
ahead.
to
Go
me,
ahead.
man. Talk
D-
to me.
d- Driver won't let my boy XL breathe, man. So he won't listen to
Man,
me.
popping. What is you rattling back there, dog? Sound like you eating 40 bags of chips.
My bad. That's receipts. My bad. I'll put my receipts up. My bad. Let
Yeah.
me put
Go
them
ahead.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, driver won't let my boy XL breathe, man. But got all the love, you know what I'm saying, and patience for Bryce. And maybe y'all can convince him or show him a clip or two of what XL is doing, because I don't know if drivers see that XL is blocking. He's also used as a decoy. He's
Yeah.
also used as gadgets. He's not seeing that. He just
I
wondering
think
like,
hold
oh,
on. I see.
Oh,
You right. And let me repeat this again. I think
okay. All
you
right.
might have
Okay.
missed what I said. I said this last week or the week before. I
hmm
said I'm not blaming Excel anymore. I don't think Excel is the problem. But what I'm not gonna do is not leave out the fact that Coca is a better number two than XL. I mean, for us this scheme wise we running, it's true. And what I said was he need to be used more in the slot
Mm-hmm.
because um that would exceed I mean, that would put him in places where he can exceed at. You know what I'm saying, for as a wide receiver, because the coach ain't using him the way he should be used. So that's what I said. I just, see the lack of production on based on the coaching. It's not because of him.
but driver, you got a 6'5", a 6'4", 6'3" wide receivers. They all can't go in the slot.
Hold on, but you want Coker to be in the slot, but he's six
No, no,
three,
no.
right?
I never
You see
said
what I'm
any.
saying?
I never. No, no, no. You put words in my mouth. I never said where I wanted Coker. I never said that at all. All I'm saying, because what happens is when I bring this up to you, you keep telling me about who's better. I don't care who's better as long as we're winning and developing. You know, I'm not comparing them to at all. As long as they're developing, I'm just trying to see if do you see if they're developing instead of dogging them out.
I mean, I see the development in Excel, but I also see that the coach is not using him in the scheming, and it showed the last. We just pulled it up where when he put him in the slot, he created a mismatch. He created a double team. I'm telling you that the scheme of the coach is the reason why his production down. I'm not making it to seem like Excel is a bad person or like I was said I don't think he could do this or that. What I think he's limited at, and they putting him at a number 2, that in that scheme is not gonna work. Because I watched this week after week that they bagging off 8 yards off this man. So if you getting bagged off 8 yards, they knowing you can't run a route. You can't sit here and try to convince me. You need to convince yourself.
Too early to be yelling, driver. Too early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Not even 9 o'clock.
The only thing I'll say, just
Uh-huh.
like Pop said, it don't matter who better. To me, I don't. That's any player. As long as we win it, man, I don't care who do what really. But as far as talent, man, like I'm telling you, at South Carolina, even though they say it's only one season, whatever. If you get Leggett in space, he can make plays. Like some of that stuff Jimmy Horn be doing, Leggett should be doing, in my opinion.
No, you're right.
What I'm saying?
No, you're right.
He's actually faster than Jimmy Horn, which I know people gonna say, nah, maybe not going downfield on a route, but in space, if you get the ball in his hand, he's more electric than Jimmy Horn. I'm sorry.
All right, you see what I'm saying?
What I'm saying? He's a bigger body and he can do some stuff. It's not that they not using him right, driver. I just think right now his mind ain't as far as Jalen Coker's mind with the NFL. But once he get there, his talent will overtake him, I believe. I really thought physically he's better.
Yeah, physically, gift wise, they ain't in the same thing. However, what it is from a technician perspective, they ain't even close.
When you say a bad thing, I don't think it's bad. All right, when they threw the ball right on those go routes, the man catching the ball, he ain't even dropping the passes. Look at it, he going all out. It ain't I don't see no problem in Excel, man. Me personally.
Yeah,
I don't see the problem in him ability to catch the ball. I see the problem in the way they using him. That's my problem with it.
Now they played that play earlier, MDJ, and it was true. When you and it's the same thing they're doing in Pittsburgh. When you put him in the slot, what it's doing is you ain't doing the normal slot stuff. We're trying to do deep overs, right? With a deep over, it's going to force the safety to move down off the middle of the field. It'll open up the rest of the other side of the field. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And what it does is if he doesn't move, now you got a deep over with Leggett wide open. Leggett ain't got to do too much wiggling. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight speed, right? And what it does also is now, like you see with the Ted touchdown, Ted is open. Coker now can dice up the rest of the field. The field is open. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he ran them out of the coverage. If you don't respect it, bingo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you said. Basically, in the slot, a lot of times he just got to get to the spot. Run the right depth. It ain't like you said. It ain't a lot of selling the route. Just get to the spot.
Yep. And use him like that for now, but still move him around. Don't just leave him there. Move him around so he can develop better skills, right? And then probably next year, by fourth game of next year, he should have enough time by then to have some skills so that way on the outside he can set in any position and you can disguise the plays as much as possible from a formation perspective. That's how I'm thinking.
Hey, look, this summer, him and Tet, man, they're gonna be working together. So, like I said, I like the fact that we so young at the skill position. Like we go on lock Coker up, man. We pretty solid at wide receiver for a while, man.
Yeah, bro. We solid wide receiver, tight end. Come on now. And the thing about it is, and I know everybody gonna talk about, we don't get caught up in that whole running back thing, but at the end of the day, we don't know what we got, but. Worst case, Chuba just showed you in the last game. He would have been hurt those other games. Chuba said,
Yeah, I
"I'm
mean,
back."
Chuba was already paid, and I told Pop this a while earlier.
Mm.
If I'm Rico Dowdle, and I know I had a great season, I'm not just coming back to Carolina just because they gave me a chance. Nah, Rico gonna take whoever pays Rico the most money. That's where he
This,
gonna go.
yeah, because this is the contract. This is
This is
only
a contract. Yeah,
only one.
This is probably his last contract. You
Yep,
know what I'm
last
saying?
one.
So
Yep.
that's why he took a 1-year deal to come here, because he
I
said,
don't
man,
blame.
you know what I'm saying? I'd get an opportunity here and there, show what I can do. Boom, team sign. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Why y'all think this is Rico? This is Rico possible last contract.
No. What I say that is big contract. I mean big contract.
Yeah,
He gonna get a big one.
Oh,
He can get
because
another one, but it won't be because they'll be using age on him by then.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's his. I think this probably, I ain't gonna say it's not his last contract, like Wiley said. This is where he'll get his big payday. This year right here. And he's gonna go to whatever team pays him the most money. I don't think he's just gonna come back to Carolina just because he like the culture. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I don't think nobody gonna take a pay cut, but what I do think is they gonna offer him a contract that you know what I'm saying he can't refuse. I mean, I'm just being honest. You know what
You
I'm
think the
saying?
Panthers will?
They offer
Yeah,
him a good contract. That's
yeah,
true.
they
They're
gonna
gonna
offer
offer
him
him
a
a good
contract because for what you even if you can't say I would lead into Chuba next year, and that's where that's my position. This man is a dog, Rico a dog out of the way around.
Yeah.
That's another point I wanted to make. When they
Mm-hmm.
came into this season, but when you look at the success of the team, it factor around two offensive key players, which is
Mm-hmm.
Tech McMillan and Rico Dowdle.
Yeah.
You when you look at those two key additions to this team, they played a lot in winning football games. Not no Chuba, not none of them guys.
And
Them
I mean,
two.
that's true, but you've
I think
invested
it's
a
gonna be
lot draft
Mitchell
wise
Evans
in the
too.
running back.
Yeah. Well,
What you said?
Uh, me personally, I would definitely offer Rico a contract. I'm definitely there, but I just don't think he's going. He just ain't gonna take anything. He gonna if the Jets offer him 20 and we offer him 15, he going to the Jets. That's my thinking. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? He gonna
Yeah.
go with the money.
Yeah. He going with the money.
Even though the Jets stink, you know what I'm saying? He gonna take the money. I believe.
Shout out the Jets.
Yeah, the Jets. Yeah, shout out to Jets, man. They'll be back. They got a lot of draft capital. They're gonna be good.
Yeah, but the Jets don't need a running back. They're trying to get rid of theirs.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think I just think, we kinda like I say, we can't push. I ain't gonna say we pushing them out, but they talked about acquiring talent on his team, and they had a problem with acquiring talent, even when they went after the guy in free agency and he walked and went to New England. The thing about it is, once they got talent and they were talking about getting talent in his door, I don't think they're gonna let them folks lead like that. That's all I'm saying. It's about looking at the team and acquiring talent. I don't think they felt like Chuba was a starter. That's why they keep drafting running backs. But I I just don't see no team letting a guy who's only started 6 or 7 games all year and got all these yards is just gonna walk out the door. That just ain't finna happen, man. They watch Jerry Jones do that. No, that ain't happening.
we did. Hey, we did it before, man.
We've done it before, but
This is
MDJ got a point. MDJ got a point, bro. Money talk, and not saying that we're broke or nothing like that. If we really think about it, there's some teams out there that got some crazy amount of money that they can pay him if they wanted him to get him out the door. I mean, we just went through that in the draft. Remember, we were trying to get Milton. We offered him a
Yeah.
nice contract.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What did the Patriots do? They upped up the ante. So would they not offer him a contract? I'm pretty sure they've already offered him one. The only thing is that his representative said, "No, we're not gonna talk contracts right now. We want to finish out the year," which is smart. And once he gets his 1,000 yards and however how many catches he get and this that and other, and if he get any more touchdowns, it just adds up a couple more million. So he playing ball. He want that money. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
50-50 chance that we keep him. I would love to keep him.
I don't know.
But
I say if they kept that sorry that sorry my bad, I'm compensated. The sorry guy all Sanders for them two that big contract they had to sitting on a bench for them years that they had. Ain't no way they gonna let this guy go.
You know
You know
what's
what
yeah,
so
I'm
crazy
saying?
about that too is that he's up for a contract, and then Brooks is up for a contract after up this next season coming up.
Yeah,
Somebody gotta go.
what the thing about it is this, and this I think what it is. They're gonna say if we get to the end of the year and say they play the way they played in that last game, pretty much even, right? If that's the way it is, he's out the door because they figure between the other two running backs, they can get what they got out of him, and they ain't gonna bust the cap. That's me. I may be wrong though.
They gotta have proof to say that though. You gotta have proof that they haven't seen Trevor Etienne do what Rico done. They haven't seen Jonathan Brooks do what Rico can do, or what Chuba can do. Like they know what these two guys can do. They don't know. We don't even know if Jonathan Brooks is he
so
ever gonna run again. Like
that's what
it's
I'm saying. It's too many question
it's
marks
too many question marks.
in the running back room to well, if you go into the off season having the same question marks you had last year coming into this year, right? And you don't got Rico, and we go out there and we struggle on the ground, what you think these folks gonna say?
I don't disagree with you saying, man, but I'm
I'm
just saying.
just let's be real now.
I do got a question for y'all. How
Go ahead.
we also got, well, not maybe not a question but a statement that maybe y'all want to talk about. The trust that Canales have put in Evero, like you
Yeah,
could see it. You could see
yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
After they've had they one little talk about getting some of the rookies to start and this that and other, and it's worked. You got to say that Evero is definitely. I mean, Canales has definitely put some trust in Evero, and Evero has been performing. I was hard on Evero, but yeah, it's it's a lot of good things cracking. Do y'all think he gonna get another contract here, or he gone?
I think
Yeah,
so. I think
yeah,
so. You wasn't the
yeah.
only one. I was hard on the Ivero too. I think most people was. When you look at the body of the work the defense put on tape last year and the year before, even though the defense was dealing a lot of injuries, dealing with a lot of injuries. There was a lot of turnover in that week, not week one, that year one with Ivero. So he has dealt with a lot being a defensive coordinator, but still, to some levels, like all of that was just based off injuries. There was a lot of poor tackling, guys playing out of position, miscommunication on the back end. Like the defense was a mess. This year, being in year three, you're starting to see the fruits of the labor that he wants to instill. Now, I think it was important that he got out of his own way at the end of last year because I think Dave Canales and Dan Morgan kind of pushed that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, listen, this is your scheme, but we can't have a 95 pound nose tackle. That ain't gonna work. We need some big bodies on the defensive line. You know, 4 or 5 games into the season, a lot of us was saying that we need to play some of the younger guys. We wanted to see Lathan Ransom and Nick Scorton and Princeton Umami Yellen, the younger guys get some playing time. Then all of a sudden the young guys start getting playing time, and it like brought a freshness to the defense. The defense picked it up. Better communication on the back end. The defensive end setting the edge. That's something that we have been talking about for about 4 or 5 years. We ain't really had no true defensive end that know how to set the edge. So, now that you got those pieces and continue to build upon them, because I don't think they're complete. There's still holes that need to be filled, but you have a base, a foundation where you can build upon, and we'll see where it go from there. But yeah, I think he's earned himself another year. I don't know if this is a 1-year contract or this is last year in the contract, but yeah,
This
I
is last
think
year on the
I've seen
contract.
enough. I've seen enough that I would want to bring him back.
What'd you say, MDJ?
I feel like, man, Dan Morgan, I feel like because he had such, the defense was so bad last year. I felt like when Dan Morgan went to the podium after the season, he kind of, he put his neck out there for Evero. And I think Evero saw that. And, because Dan basically took the blame and said, hey, we didn't get this guy all the pieces that he needed, you know what I'm saying, to be successful. He basically said it's not him, it's not the scheme, it's personnel. So, they went and got him a few pieces. Don't underestimate the sign of the Morig and trying to get his D tackle. I mean, they really went out there and got some guys for him this time, you know what I'm saying? And I think we're going to offer him a nice little contract to stay, at least stick around for a couple more years. And he may do it, but I still say this. If a team that's in a better position than we are offer him a contract, he might take it. You know what I'm saying? And when I say a better team, I mean like a real contender. Like, it's got to be a real contender though. Like if Baltimore or the Rams or somebody say they want him back, he would take those jobs as a defensive coordinator. I don't think he'll get a head coaching job. I really don't. But
Well, let's get a little toxic then, because it's about to hit 9 o'clock in 3 minutes.
Hold on. We're gonna go over a couple things, and you
Oh,
can do your
okay.
thing. Check it out. I am.
Your mic
Wiley?
went out. Wiley.
Yep.
Can't hear you,
Yeah,
Wiley.
your mic went out real bad, Wally. Go ahead, Poppin. What was? I know you getting ready to start some BS. What's up?
Yeah, because I'm ready
Would
for
y'all be
your
pissed? Would y'all be pissed off and how would y'all feel? Because we know there is a team is blowing up from inside out. What if ever goes to Atlanta?
Atlanta, I don't think they would offer him a contract.
Nah, me either. Like,
What
what would
if
they go after
Arrow
him
goes
for?
to Atlanta?
What if ever is offered a head coach position at Atlanta?
Hey,
It is
take
possible.
it. Hey, take it. I mean, if somebody
I
offer
mean,
you a
take it.
head
Yeah,
coaching job, take it.
it's
That's a no-brainer.
it's that. I mean, it's a promotion up. I mean, it's a step up to a head coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah.
But I don't see that happening. But yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see
Well,
Atlanta
and
offering him
I
a coaching
that
job.
happened early in the season before our bye, and now
I don't know what Wally doing, y'all.
Hey, Wilder, we can't hear you if you talking.
Yeah, he still ain't got his mic
we get the
working.
chance to go watch film, correct some of those mistakes, because that's what
I'm just gonna sit back while he run the thing. I'm gonna listen.
Hello.
Them hackers done took over Wiley computer, man.
Hello.
What's up, Wally? We hear you now.
Driver.
Yeah, we
Wiley.
hear you.
My stuff go. Nice here. One of y'all
You
say
good?
something because I don't think
You
my
good,
headphones
Wiley?
went
Now
off.
he can't hear us.
Yeah, he can't hear us now.
I
Yeah,
can't
he
hear
must
you,
can't
Tony.
hear.
I see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you. That's weird.
On that. I don't know. You see my mouth moving because I ain't on
One
camera.
moment. That was,
I was wondering that too. I said, boy, this man got
What?
X-ray
What?
vision.
What the
Is he
hell
across the
Wiley got in
hall?
that cigar? So
I'm not even smoking cigars no more, man. I'm not even
somebody go
smoking cigars.
check. Somebody go check the
Now,
cigars. He be
now when
getting
it was,
cigars delivered.
I
I don't know
plugged
where
in
that one
my,
came from.
now I plugged in my external mic, and it changed the settings. And I was sitting here talking. I was like, what the world, man?
So you
Anyway,
gonna in the middle of your live, you gonna plug in another mic.
okay, Tony. You see how Tony do? You see,
I'm just
Tony,
saying.
Tony. You see how
Oh,
Tony do? You see how Tony do?
He said,
hey,
hold up, y'all. This is what we're
my
gonna do.
wife said I ask good questions.
Is that what she tell you?
Yeah, yeah. She said
Smart
I
woman,
ask good
smart woman.
questions.
Tony a man, boy. Tony
You,
a
see,
man.
y'all see what I did there?
Yeah, I saw what you did. I saw what you did. I was like, that's
Get
good, Tony.
get that heat off of me.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Now we'll play a little bit of the what they were talking about regarding
But hold on,
limited.
Jay Issue had a quick question. He said, "Quick question on Evero with this style of defense throughout his career. And hopefully I'll say this correctly. Was this guys in Denver playing zone as much as he had them while being with us? I don't know. I don't know for sure. I just know that with his scheme, he is very zone heavy. I think at one point he had Chris Harris playing cornerback for him. They drafted Justin Simmons. Justin Simmons was the safety. He flourished under Evero's game in Denver. So I also, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Maybe one of the other guys do.
Trying to remember. I don't think it was. I don't know.
I remember he had Chubb on the line too. He had Bradley Chubb around that time. I mean, that Denver, I like I said, that Denver defense was ranked good when he was there. But as far as like overall as a team, they were at the bottom of the AFC West.
Yeah, the defense when he left, they had a 10th ranked defense in the league. I just don't remember if they played a lot of zone or a lot of man, but I'm assuming because zone is part of his scheme, is the major part of his scheme. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they was playing zone, but
they
I'm
have
not
better players.
sure.
They have better players too, though. So playing zone with a better skill set looks better. You know what I mean? You can close out. You can close out quicker when you have better players, right? But if you got what you got, and you know, if we, I believe,
he had
yeah, go ahead.
Surtain as a rookie with like you said with Chris Harris, so he had the players in the secondary.
Yeah.
So even though it was zone, the guys had the ability to play man and tight man. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna say Phenom said how we're going to fill those holes and pay Icky. They'll be able to do it. We're not hurting up under the salary cap. We're in a good position as far as the salary cap. People, you have to remember too, Phenom. When we do re-sign Icky, that's going to be an extension. So it's going to be an extension of the last year, his 5th year, more than likely, of his rookie contract. And then, so say you sign him for 5 years, X amount of dollars. So that's the last year his rookie contract and the first 4 years of the new contract. And that cap hit is going to be spread out over that 5-year period. So it's not going to hurt us to pay him. You know what I mean? So we in a good position cap wise. And I think next year we're looking at 47 million, and 2027 looking at 168 million. So I'm not worried about paying anybody we got coming up. What y'all think?
That's another reason why I don't think we're gonna offer. I think like I said, we're gonna offer Rico a contract, but we ain't gonna. I don't think we're gonna be the highest bidder on Rico Dowdle. I really don't. And I think it's in our best interest not to I mean, like I said, offer him a good contract and see if anybody else, gonna overdo it. But
Mm-hmm.
it's
What
in our
what's
best
what's
interest.
a
You don't have to invest a lot into him. The only difference between him
what
and Tuba last year is the defense. The defensive side of the ball is playing way better than it did last year because Tuba would have had more opportunity and even more yards than the solid season he had.
Mm-hmm. Well, two questions to that. One, y'all have to remember nobody broke the bank to sign Rico Dotto in free agency this year, and that was coming off a year where he almost ran for 1,100 yards as a starter in Dallas. So did nobody come knocking his door down then. So not all of a sudden, he ain't doing anything in Carolina that he didn't do last year in Dallas, and he was RB1 in Dallas. So let's keep that in mind. And then two, what would you consider a good contract? Like number wise.
I'm gonna say about
MBJ?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say about 3 years, like 3 years, 28 total.
3 years,
I mean
28.
total.
So
Like
it's almost so that's almost 9 million. That's a little over 9 million a year.
yeah, and I
That would
mean
be a crazy bump up if he got that. Like he
right because I
only
think
getting
right
two
now,
million right now.
yeah, but he had two. When the last time a running back had 200-yard games in a season? Now he ain't been starting like. And I also think he a guy who
Jonathan
need the
Taylor.
touches to put up the numbers. So if you running a two-back system, I don't think he gonna give you that. Like I said, he not gonna give you that numbers with Chuba because they splitting
And you
carries.
and you might be right. You the very thing that you're saying, you might be right. But what I'm saying is, given what you're saying and what you're seeing on the field and how Carolina is using him, I don't think they have to break the bank or going to even attempt to break the bank to sign Rico. And Rico said this out his own mouth last week, in an interview when Joe Person asked him the question about him being frustrated of the limited amount of carries that he had in the San Francisco game. Would that be a cause for him not to want to come back next year? He said absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the interview that they interviewed him right after the game. He was in the
Mm-hmm.
locker room and he
Mm-hmm.
was talking about his frustrations and he just going about what the coach called and they doing he was saying all the right things. And Joe Person, the last question that he asked him, given his frustration, would that stop him from re-signing in the offseason? He said absolutely not.
And that's why and like they pointed out, he can't pass protect. Just goes back to that Dallas game. When I
Yeah, he
told you,
can't
I
he
said
can't
Bryce
pass
stepped
protect.
up.
No.
Yep, that's
No,
his flaw. Yep.
right. So he's not a every down back. So the reason most teams didn't go out and overpay him because he's not an every down back. You get what I'm
That's a good
saying?
point, driver. That's a good point.
So when you saw that Dallas game and it got to third down, we trying to make that play in the red zone. Bryce had to escape pressure, make that play to tight end. I mean to Tech McMillan. You know, they saw that, and since then they've been using a lot of Chubut on third down. I
Yeah, yeah.
mean, you just got to pay
And Dave
attention, man.
Canales said that's what he said. He used
Mm-hmm.
Chuba on third down because he's a better pass protector.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's why I say I think people just we just it is I know it's hard to say that we in a different position than what, but this is not the old Carolina, GM and with Brad Isaac and the rest of those guys that's bringing in talent. They said it like they trying to bring in talent and keep talent here. Like you just got to look at it. That's why I say we're more looking at our past history than looking at what they showing you, you know.
Yep, very true.
Yeah, that's
Is
true.
that PTSD? Is that PT? We keep thinking about the horrible stuff. Like, hey guys, we got good
Yeah,
stuff going on. Everybody keep talking about the past. I'm like, what about right in front of you? It's like, hey
Yeah.
man,
yeah,
it's right in front of you. It's
and,
going
and that's
good. Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead, Tom.
and rightfully so. You know, Panther fans, you know, us in Panther Nation, we are easily triggered because of all that we've been through as a team, organization, as a fan base in the past 7 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That we eager and we hungry to get a winner, to get some stability, to see our
Mm-hmm.
team in December be in the position that they're in right now. We're talking about the playoffs instead of mock drafts. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
So
Yeah.
and it's like one bad decision or one dumb decision, here we go again. And I just don't see that with the current front office with Dan Morgan, Dave Canales, and Brent Tillis. I think those guys are doing their thing. And like Dan Morgan said at the very first presser, it's going to take time. He's going to build through the draft. And if you look at the draft, the last two drafts, he's basically his batting average is pretty strong. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
His batting average is pretty strong. So
Mm-hmm.
you talking about the draft, free agency. The free agency is kind of suspect because it was kind of suspect that first year. But
Yeah. But that.
I
Yeah.
undrafted free agents,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: his free agent to me has hit because I never liked the Mike Jack until this year. I mean, I think that's a product of them sticking to their guns in that situation. You get what I'm saying? As far as they giving him that money, I mean, it's well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Morrig, that's a hit. You look at far as we getting on the who we got in defensive line. I think the what his name, Pat Jones. I think if he would have never got hurt, man,
Yeah.
I think our defense would be looking
Yeah.
a lot different, bro.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
miss Pat Jones, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially
Pat
Yeah.
Jones is playing
especially
good.
yeah, especially from the from sack standpoint. Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yeah,
he
Yes. Yeah.
he can
Mm-hmm.
definitely get to the quarterback.
he was getting out and he was helping out in the run. Man, they couldn't even run.
No. No. They
Right.
can run. They
You
can
get
run.
what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
So
definitely like him better than DJ Warner. Like DJ
yeah,
Warner
yeah.
picking up that
Yep.
picking up that strip sack, that loose fumble the other
That was
day. That's like the
dangerous.
best play he's made all season.
But it looked dangerous, didn't it? Oh, they get down. Get down. Get down.
Yeah.
Get down.
Hey, look,
It's all
this
good.
ain't got to do with nothing, man. Did y'all see how good of a game Jadeveon Clowney had on Thanksgiving, man?
What do you do?
Mm-mm.
He had 2
Yeah,
sacks,
good game.
a couple tackles for loss. He played good Thanksgiving, man. I get to him. He just got to Dallas not too long ago, but
Yeah. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
had a hell of a high game.
Well, yeah. Well, he'll do it every now and then. It's just the problem has been he never lived up to that number one pick. You know.
Yeah, they were saying that. They were saying that.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Mhm.
give a couple of shout outs. What up, Deontay White? Deontay said, I don't want to think about mock drafts until February. Facts. I totally agree with that. D Nice was good. D Nice. D Nice said, Rico is a 2 down back. I agree. Yeah. And then he said, give Rico 3 years, 13, 14 mil with the same incentives. If you don't take it, let him go.
Hey. Hey. Okay.
Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman. Sound like Dave Gettleman. You don't want this money, Nuke?
Yeah. You want this
Go on
money?
in. Let
Yeah.
me
You want
stop.
this money? Yeah. Well, man.
CJ said that Chuba is the better blocker. What's good, cousin? He said, what's going on, everyone? All
Was due.
right. What else? What else did we miss? J Issue, I think he had another question. He said, is this it? No, I think it's this one. No, he said, okay, that's why he asked that question. He said, what can this defense really be if we let Ivero draft his guys or go through free agency
Oh,
for
Willie.
that for the guys fit the scheme.
We only need 3 players.
Man,
Players.
I've been saying this, man. I feel like the whole time Evero been getting these guys, man. It's not just a coincidence that we keep getting guys that's already played in his system or know his system. That's not a coincidence, man. Evero got say so in that. I'm telling you. I think he do.
But they've been giving him the guys that are like, he ain't got no top end guys, right? On free agency. All I'm trying to say is this: even in the draft, if we go in the draft next year and we get a linebacker in the first round and we get a safety in minimum third round and we get another corner or something like this, we need another corner. It maybe two linebackers, but his defense will be set then. Then you'll get to see, because what's happening is they're punishing the middle of the field. None of our linebackers can cover, right? Really cover.
100%. Yeah, we definitely need a linebacker.
Wiley.
So this defense requires, and this is the 3-4. The 3-4. Really, it's about, and he play a little different. You do the nose tackle, but normally you have the nose tackle as the key, middle linebacker, right? Both of them should be really good, and both should be able to cover. And then the safety, the free safety, because that's the key to this defense. And then a joker safety. That's the key to this defense. But if you don't have all those pieces, you're playing a shell game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I agree with you. I just think, this notion that he ain't, he been getting bottom of the barrel or he ain't had no say so. I just find that hard to believe, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair.
That saying that if we really let him get his guys, I'm just reading his statement as like him saying that we ain't really been letting him get his guys. I think these are the guys he wanted. I believe that, man. Like
there you go.
and to that, I just think it's they get like say, man, what people gotta understand, Evero is one of those old school coaches. He's not gonna play too many rookies in certain spots. You could be a like yesterday, Sunday, right? We lined up with all of them cornerbacks. We don't even know, right? But guess what? The defense still look the same. You get what I'm saying? It's not that we don't have the talent on defense, which we could plug into play. It's just, he's more of a veteran type of coach, and he's gonna lean on veteran players. I mean, Roseboom, we call him out all year. We still talk about him. But guess what? He leading the team in tackles. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of players that's more of a, locked in at they role where he can depend on, then, he gonna go out in the draft and get, I think he more of a free agent type of defensive coach.
I think he got what he got because that's who they gave him. But if you give him a number 1 pick linebacker and probably, like I said, a safety, or a true rangy free safety that he know that can, sit there and be the middle piece between Ramson and Moray, man, now that dude be sitting there licking his chops, because Trevor is not a bad linebacker. It's just, I feel like his instincts are a little. It's not. It's like a split second off.
He's still growing. Growing.
That's fair.
This is still raw. Year.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. He's still growing. Mr. Clean said, I know you didn't say Rico can't pass protect. Yes, we did.
Yeah,
he's not consistent at it. I mean, he may have laid, what his other comment said, Rico laid lineman the F out. That may be true, but he has definitely missed key blocks. He has definitely whiffed at some blocks. Yep. The head coach himself has stated that Chuba is the better blocker. That's why he's in there on third downs. So it ain't us just saying, dog. The head coach, the man himself, said it. And matter of fact,
he said in the interview,
Rico has apologized 2 or 3 times for missing blocks.
That's what I'm finna say. Yeah, but getting them hurt.
Ain't just us.
What's wrong with this man?
Nah, he good.
Oh
nah,
man,
you know what it is. Now you know what it is. It's like it drive. It's no different. Once we get a point of view on something, it's hard to change it. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I remember what I told you. I said, once you talk about something so long, and then you start just pointing out
but
the other stuff that was really evolving the team,
Yeah,
and now you can't call out the running back. Now you can't call out this player.
yeah,
Hey man, the thing about it is stop focusing on one thing and focus on the team.
yeah. Yeah.
Because if you do that, you won't be asking all these questions. You'll have the answer.
but you know what though? Like Driver just said it a minute ago, Wiley. Just hear me out, right?
Uh,
He's telling the truth. Evero, I can see that Evero really didn't want to play them young guys at first. He wanted the vets out there. So you
Yeah, you're
saying
right.
invest in getting these guys out the draft, but he not gonna play them. Like they had to have a
Well,
conversation with that man to put in Scoring and Ransom
yeah, you're
just to
right.
get some
You're right.
time on the field. And you talking about investing in getting a guy number one that ain't gonna get on the field?
That's
Like,
what I'm
oh,
trying to
But
tell him.
but
go ahead.
look at it like this though, MDJ. Like, yes, they had to have a conversation with Ivero and kind of push the envelope, if you will, to get the young guys out there. But he has to see the fruit of his labor by doing that. So he might go into next season, the draft, whatnot, with the mindset with like, if I get this top tier defensive end, this top tier linebacker, and if he's ready to play day one, I'm gonna play him day one. Because I seen last year what happens when I play my young guys, and hopefully this guy can follow in their footsteps. So this may have been a turning point for him this season. And I'm
Yeah,
just looking at it,
yeah,
from both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
yeah,
yeah, and that could
possibly,
be
yeah.
true.
possibly.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that could be. That's what I'm saying. Like it could be where he could say, you know what, I got to get out my own way. Just like we said about Canales. It's the same thing. It's like, but the difference is like I was trying to make out. I'm like, this man been coaching football for way longer than Canales. You know what I'm saying? So them type of men, in general, we know football guys like that, they kind of be in their own way for even when they have championship teams. You go out there and be like, man, what's going on? And we got the best defense in the world, but he'll go out there and run some bull crap. You know what I'm saying? So them type of guys, they do that, and they also leave off a lot of young guys off the field too. So we just, I look at it like this. Free agency is the key to us. And I don't think, they gonna take that lightly. They went out the old boy, you know what I'm saying? And I think this year they gonna go after somebody on defense again.
They probably will, but I think it's more. How would I say it? I think they're gonna talk to Evero because they're gonna say, "Look, man, let's go in free agency and grab somebody, one player for you and maybe somebody for the couple for the offense, right? These guys gonna be special team guys or whatnot. But we need to draft you some guys so that way we build culture. Because keep switching people, you're not able to build culture that way. You know what I mean? You got to have people here for 3 to 4 years to build the culture, and that's why you have to draft the
Yeah.
guy, and you have to draft the guy, and then like you said, Tony, maybe he learned because remember now his first one was only at Denver, so he's been a coordinator now for what, 4 years, two at Denver
I
and two
think
with
I
us.
think he was coordinated in the Rams too, wasn't he?
No, no,
Wasn't
no,
he
no. He was
coordinated in the
not.
Rams?
Now he was an
I
Nah.
think he's
assistant. He was
secondary coach,
assistant.
safety or
Secondary coach.
secondary
Yeah.
or
Secondary
something.
coach.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
secondary
Okay.
secondary.
coach. Yeah. So if you think about it, he backfilled Fangio. So Fangio already had the players there. The players already knew what to do. They were veterans. You know what I'm saying? So it really, he had two rookies when he was there. It was the you said it earlier, MDJ. The
I know he had Sertan the rookie season.
Sertan and Simmons. the
Yeah.
safety. Other than that, everybody else,
I think
majority of
you're
everybody
right.
else, everybody else
Yeah, I
was
think
already
you're
there
right.
from
He has
Fangio.
10.
Yeah, everybody else there from Fangio. And then they brought a couple guys in, but these were like rotational guys that came from the Rams, or like we doing here, right?
That's
Rotational
what you
guys.
see what I'm
But
saying?
that's the same thing though. Like
That's what I'm trying to
so
tell
But
you.
the
so
but
don't I don't
but the
like when people
but the
say he
difference
don't
is
have a
this.
say in it when
But
all
the
these
high
guys are linked to him though.
but
Like
the high end players that were at the Denver, they were already there from Fangio, so he already had those players. Then when he came to us, what we did is we had players, then we let them go. So people say, well, I'm like, dude, well, first of all, we know the year before he came, at least I remember that year, uh, we were talking in the offseason what players we needed. And then we came in and we lost players and we didn't give him none. And he was making it work. Then the next year, we lost more players. He's making it work. It's like, hey, I mean, how many players do you have to lose before you start giving him somebody? That was this year. So I think next year is going to be the culture building year. But that's just me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
hey
how we're
look,
going to start building culture. Go ahead, Tony. What you got this morning?
whatever
Mm.
makes him stick around, I'm all for it. Like if telling him, hey man, we're gonna get you a guy, a stud on defense in this draft. If that make
Yeah,
him resign, cool. I'm good with it.
yeah. If he don't get no head coaching job, you're right. Because what we want to do is hold on to him for this reason. So when he does get a whole head coaching job, we can get that backfield. We can get a 4th round pick out of it. You know what I
Yeah,
Um,
I ain't really worried about that. I'm that here go Wiley with them off the wall takes. Like, ain't nobody thinking about holding him for an
mean?
extra year just to get a 4th round draft pick. Come on now, but
Okay.
I just think it takes time. I think who was it? Pickle. Let me show you. Pickle said Ivero resigned, and I kind of hope he does. No, that's not the one I was looking for, but I'll finish reading it. And we add Studs to his roster, then in a year or two, he'll leave as a head coach, and we get those picks. So it's a win-win. So
See?
Pickle was thinking crazy like you were,
Pickle
Wiley.
was
It's
thinking the
okay.
same last while, but they
Yeah,
want them picks, man.
yeah.
Hey, look, because if he's
It's okay.
successful, we know he gonna move on. I mean, it is what it
Yeah.
is. Like,
but we got to win
Let's
the
see.
championship, man. We I mean, ain't no realistic that man staying.
See,
Hey.
Deontay White said we need and realistically can get one situational pass rusher who gets sacks, 2 cover safeties, and 3 and 4 down linebacker.
Okay.
That would be ideal.
Yep.
JSU said picking up bench warmers in free agency isn't getting his guys going through the draft, picking up guys like DJ Johnson. Come on now, MDJ. Before you respond, MDJ,
Yeah.
I think Jay Issue is having a PTSD in the chat about DJ Johnson. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? So, hey, that was one bad decision, one terrible decision
Yes, it
that
was. Yep.
Ivero made. But like I try to keep guys focused on the Dave Canales, Dan Morgan era. I don't want to keep talking about Scott Fitterer
Yeah, me either.
and all the blunders that he did, and
Yeah.
while he was
Yep.
GM, like this is a new regime.
Mm-hmm.
Tepper took the step back like we all wanted. Ain't nobody heard from
Woo.
Tepper in the last year and a half, almost 2 years, which is always a good thing. So we're gonna just let these guys cook. These guys that we currently have: Canales, Morgan, and Brent Tillis. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
And have a little faith that these guys are going to help right the ship. And based off of what they've done so far,
Looks
I don't
good, man.
see a reason to believe otherwise. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. Deontay said, I think Ejero needs Dan Morgan, someone who can pick people who fits his scheme, but not necessarily his guys. Morgan has done a great job so far.
True.
I agree.
True. True.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Jay
hey
Issue
Tony,
said at the end of the go ahead.
if you don't mind, just to go back to what Jay Issue said, right? So them guys that
Mm-hmm.
we get in free agency, right? They're actually underrated because if you go look at the year that they had before we actually got them, see what you're doing is looking at what they did when we got them. But if you go look at the year
Mm-hmm.
before, Jordan Fuller was great at safety for the Rams. Christian
Yeah,
Rosewood
he
came in
was.
after an injury last year, played great for the Rams.
I think he was the
The,
leading tackler in the league last year.
right.
Christian
Close to it.
Jadavian
Rosewood.
Close
Clowney
to
had
it.
10 sacks the year before we got him. So these guys ain't bench warmers. They going after guys who actually are producing. They
DJ
just don't
Wanham
produce
had
when we get them.
8.
They don't produce
Yeah,
here.
DJ Wanham had 8.
Right. DJ
Yeah.
Wanham had 8. Now, 4 of them was against Justin Fields, but we ain't going to talk about that. Pat Jones had sacks last year as a backup. As a backup pass rusher. So it ain't like we getting bench warmers. We getting guys that produce. It's just
Yeah,
when
they
they
good
get
players.
here, you looking at what they did when they got here. And we can't help that. But they ain't here no more. So hey, look, if they show up, we keep them. If they don't, we get rid of them. But we're not getting bench warmers in free agency. They actually getting some guys.
Yeah.
I would like to
Jay,
throw out there. This might be the first year that I've actually seen players develop under Evero.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna leave it there.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right.
I can agree. I can agree with that. Jay Isher said at the end of the day, if he drafted young stars, they would start. But the young guys that has been drafted been mid to trash. So that take was irrelevant.
There we go, Jay.
I think Jay Isher on the deep end right now.
Come back, Jay.
hey, Jay
Put the
Isher,
gun away, man.
you gotta let DJ Johnson go, dog.
Yeah,
You gotta let him
he's
go.
on a mission. He's on a mission. Yeah.
It's the Deontay White said part of the inconsistent play is because we have inexperienced head coach, young QB, and young players. We will see what the normal play will be once they get more experience. I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I can agree with that, guys. We got a 3rd year defensive coordinator, 2nd year offensive coordinator, head coach. 3rd year quarterback. Me personally, I like to give him that first year a mulligan. Because hey, that first year for Bryce was ideal for anybody, but that's just me. But so yeah, we got a lot of inexperienced players and coaches at the main positions. You know what I'm saying, at the leadership level, and that continuity. I think that's why it was so important to bring back Evero when Dave Canales got hired, because he was establishing that continuity. The same players playing in the same scheme offensively and defensively, which is vital, which is important, to any team. You don't want to keep switching schemes and coordinators every 1 or 2 years. There's no continuity. As soon as the guys get one playbook down, here comes somebody else with another playbook. Now you got to learn all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad. I'm glad that he did that, and hopefully, I believe, not hopefully, I believe we're starting to see a little fruit of that labor this year.
No, that's fair, Tony.
And
Go ahead.
well, my bad. Well, and I think they gonna switch around and put more rig at that free safety next year, man. I mean, they gotta put Ransom and Morrig on that doggone field.
Well, they have been. They have been. Well,
Yeah.
not you're right, driver. Ransom hadn't been starting, but he has been getting a lot of playing time.
Yeah.
He has been getting a lot of playing time.
And to me, when I watched that Green Bay game, I think if you pay attention, you can see Evero trying to teach Morrig how to step back and make those reads, because to me, he gonna have to be key into that. You get what I'm saying? If we decide to go that route, you know what I'm saying? But I think that would help out our defense a lot if they do and keep Ransom in the role he in when he started yesterday for Latham and allow Morrig to just play back, because he can play coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
but he's not. So here's the thing: his weakness is coverage. Yeah, his weakness is coverage.
but what's Nick Scott weakness?
Coverage. We
You
don't.
see what I'm
The
saying?
only one we currently have is Richardson. I don't know why they don't play him. He's the better coverage guy, and Tony knows this. He's the better coverage guy.
I agree.
But I don't understand why they don't play him. but
That's Ivero boy. You know
yeah,
that.
that's
That's
true. Yeah,
Ivero boy.
they gonna have to tell him, look, dude, we gotta let him go. That's why if they draft somebody, Nick Scott has to leave. You know what I'm saying? He has to leave, and that may force the change. Get him out of his comfort zone. Because it seems like every time you get him out of his comfort zone, he does better. So maybe forcing Evero out of his comfort zone would be better for the team.
So you think you'll rather go with him, Richardson over old boy? Morey.
No. What
No,
I'm
over
trying to say
Nick
is
Scott.
over Nick Scott. When you go 3 safety, it should be Morey, Ramson, and Richardson.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what it should
talking
be.
about just to start the game.
Start the game. It should be Richardson, and then Ramson should come in.
I'm about to be like
when
Pop,
they, when
man.
they
Hey, look, man.
when
Y'all
they
think
go
we can
when
get
they
another
go to that
defensive coordinator?
huh?
Y'all think we can get another defensive coordinator to
The
do
pro
a similar job?
the problem is this: even if you got a
I
different
do.
one, right? Then here's the problem. Joe, they playing a 3-4. The tendencies are different, so they may want different players. So you may end up with drafting different players simply because it doesn't feel good to that person.
Yeah. You might get
Let's
somebody in
see.
here let J.C. Horn travel with the best wide receiver, though.
We don't need him to travel. He's been doing good without traveling.
Right, but he could be better, though. All I'm just saying, man, you
Okay.
got a lockdown corner that stay on one side of the field, man. It ain't like I like
Yeah,
Mike Jackson, but it ain't
remember
like you got a stud over there.
we did it. Well, we did the same thing with. Remember when what was his name? We had he had a year in 2015. Shoot, I'm blanking right now. Remember he went to Washington. Shoot. What's his name?
Josh Norman.
Josh Norman.
Josh. Josh was sitting down half the field that year. He was shutting down half the field. When you can shut down half the field, that allows for you to play 2 strong safeties. Because the cover skills don't have to be that good. But if you had a true free safety that was real rangy, like Pro Bowl, could be a Pro Bowl level kind of guy, what it allow for it now is you can pass rush like a mother. You know what I'm saying? And then you can put a lot of pressure on you, get more interceptions. I think, without having a true free safety and a linebacker that can cover the middle of the field up to put that pressure on the quarterback to hold that ball, you're not helping Evero. I don't care what you do. You got to cover the middle of the field. Yeah,
I feel like that's why we don't blitz as much, because
exactly.
part of the fact
Yeah.
them guys are standing there, but also I was just gonna say, like, you, like I said, you get somebody else different in here, you might have a little more. You might see a little more production out of certain positions. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair.
And
I
and just to piggyback off of that, I kind of agree because, I said it on the show the other day. You know, if I was trying to paint a picture of what I think would be great is, we don't really run a 3-4. Like we're running a 4-2-5 or different
mm-hmm.
transitions.
Look at Padawan. Padawan been listening.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Tony. Tony a man.
That's what it is.
And so,
yeah, that the traditional. Let me just say this for everybody. Anybody that's out there that's listening. The way the NFL is set up nowadays, running a lot of 3-4 wide receiver sets, the traditional 3-4 and 4-3 schemes are dead. Hear me closely. 3-4 and 4-3 schemes are dead. The hybrid is the 4-2-5. Now there's different variations you can run off that 4-2-5, but their base when they come in first play of the game, you're going to see 4 down linemen, probably 2 defensive tackles, or 2 defensive tackles, 2 outside linebackers, 2 inside linebackers. When you see 2 inside linebackers on the field, that is not a 4-3 and that is not a 3-4. You have to look at the personnel, look how they line up, and that will tell you what they're running. If they run a 3-4, you got 3 down linemen with their hands in the dirt. two
Mm-hmm.
defensive tackles, and a nose guard.
Mm-hmm.
If we run the 4-3,
So
you got two defensive tackles, two defensive ends, and you got three linebackers. Not just two, three. That is
Mm-hmm.
a 4-3. Nobody is really running a traditional 3-4 or 4-3 anymore. Because if you did, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage
Yep.
scheme wise
Yep.
because of the schemes that's now being implemented in the NFL. That's why you see a lot of nickel where they running three corners and two safeties, or they bring in a dime package and they running three safeties and two corners.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you'll see.
Yep.
Yeah, and to Tony's point, that's why y'all see people running the ball. That single back, and you throw it to the running back. That's is so explosive at this point because they sit back and they anticipate the pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
Let me
I
go through
believe that.
some. Let me go through some of these comments. Let me catch up with some of these comments real quick. CJ said Evero has to have the perfect players at every spot to make his scheme work. That's a lie.
Good
Now
CJ.
CJ
CJ,
trolling.
man. CJ
Yeah,
trolling.
that's a lie.
I feel you, CJ.
prove that comment right there.
Listen
I
to
prove that
Parker.
comment.
Look at this.
Y'all a
Look at this. Look
mess.
at this.
I
Y'all a
approve that
mess.
message.
Look at
I
this.
approve.
Look at this.
I
Look at
approve
look
that
at this
message.
right here. Deontay said this is third year as defense coordinator, which is wild. Talking about Evero.
Yeah, come on,
Jay Isher
man.
said that's what I was getting at. Oh, he was talking to CJ. Yeah, they having a whole conversation. Let's see. Uh, Evero won't play them where they need to be. That's what CJ said.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
I
Yeah.
said that earlier,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
CJ. I proved that message
That's
too,
why.
man. You on the road,
That's why
buddy?
I'm gonna say my comment that I'm gonna. Yeah, you on
Jay Isher
fire.
said, "Nah, already jumped." I don't know what you're talking about. He said, I'm in mid-air typing. Yeah. CJ said everyone needs at least one elite pass rusher to play as much zone as he does. Yeah,
That's the,
I can somewhat agree with that because when you had that edge rusher that can apply pressure, to the quarterback consistently, or even get home and get some sacks,
Mm-hmm.
that speeds up the clock of the quarterback, that gets him
Yep.
off his spot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That makes him go through his progressions quicker,
Yep.
which you know could possibly lead to some incompletions, interceptions. Whatever the case may be.
right.
He said, CJ said, nah, Morgan is not strong in coverage. That's facts. He's not as great in coverage as some people would believe.
Yeah, I'm not.
Let's see.
Yeah, and I know that. I'm just using that to state what this team could develop a pass rush. I mean, is really you have your pickings of
Yeah.
what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So and that's why I was and to the other point. I mean, and that's why I think going into free agency, he gonna go try to go get a veteran pass rusher. I mean, that's right now. If we had that right now on this team, right now, man, I
Uh,
only think teams might even score 17 points on us.
But
I'm
that's
gonna
why I
throw this out.
disagree. That's why I'm trying to.
Go ahead, Bob. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I really feel like we're so busy talking about the pass rush. Just let this. I said this on the 704 show. Just imagine, and I know everybody wants to get a linebacker or a pass rusher or maybe a wide receiver with that first pick in the draft. But just imagine if you could find you a Kayvon Short or Malcolm Brown. You do that, that will open up that pass rush. That'll get you the pass rush because all
mm,
that pressure is coming up the middle. We don't have
Yep.
anybody up there
Yep.
beside Derek Brown that's creating that type of pressure. I think the focus is way somewhere else where it doesn't need to be. We have the guys I think that can get to the quarterback, but we don't have the guys up the middle. We're not starting Bobby Brown, who's supposed to be a nose tackle. Cam
Mm-hmm.
Jackson is hurt, even though we drafted
Mm-hmm.
him, another big dude. You don't have the pressure come up the middle for guys to get off double teams where you have these matchup problems where you can get up to the quarterback. So I think the focus really should be is get Derrick Brown another monster piece, and then you will see your pass rush go crazy. But you don't have that. So I don't know.
yeah.
People, I think
May,
we got
may,
to get off
may,
the pass rush
maybe
thing.
maybe they need to focus on getting a veteran defensive tackle that is a
You already
penetrator.
tried that.
With
Okay.
who? With who? Aisha?
Maybe Evero would play that inside guy, right? But I
Yeah.
just want to point this out. You did have Brian Burns, and what did Evero have him doing?
Oh, come on.
Man, hey, look, Brian Burns ain't no veteran
Put
pass
back in
rusher.
coverage.
Yeah,
Right. I'm
but
just saying, like, you
but
seen him with the guys.
okay. Here's the funny part. Everybody keeps saying that Brian Burns when he's playing with the Giants this year, he's playing in coverage too. Hello.
That's facts.
But
I
I
my
have
mean,
point,
seen him drop back in coverage in New
y'all keep
York.
saying all this stuff, but
what
he's
pass
why he got
rusher?
all those no, he got all those sacks at the Giants, right? But he's also playing in coverage.
But what
And
pass rusher
and
are you gonna get? That's let's just
we
say the
don't
caliber
know.
of Brian Burns. You've already seen what Evero gonna do with that. So what is the clamoring of getting this veteran edge rusher or rookie edge rusher when you know what he gonna do? He gonna set the edge and get back in coverage, man. It's not like we gonna have a Micah Parsons out there or something like that. Evero,
Nah,
that's not gonna be in his scheme, man.
well that's not in his scheme. You're right because uh he plays more the Fangio than Capers because Capers, yeah, the Capers part of it. Let's get him. Let's hunt him, right? Let's hunt. He plays more the Fangio thing, which is, and if you look at the Eagles, all the Eagles
Zone
pressure comes up
heavy.
and it comes up the middle. Their defensive end
Yeah.
outside linebackers don't have many sacks, and people keep killing me. Well, the
That's
Eagles. I'm
you
like,
proving my point. You
look,
proving my point. You
look.
proving my point.
That's what we saying, man.
Wiley.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You proving my point, Wiley.
don't really
I
need
know,
I
I
that.
say
know, I
all the
know.
pressure come out the middle.
All right,
Yeah,
I get what y'all saying. See that I see what y'all say. I see what y'all say. Yeah. That's right there. Shit, they gotta go get somebody
that
that's
can
gonna play up the
push the
middle.
pocket, push the
Yeah,
pocket. Yeah.
That's I
cause
want
So
Pierre
while
Wood.
go ahead, and introduce CJ, bring
Yes, sir.
CJ to the
Yes, sir.
stage.
Mr. CJ, I see you out here in these streets, these chat streets, saying some wild things. Talk to us, CJ. Talk to
I just came up here for one thing. Somebody called me a liar. You know, so somebody on platform time. If you want to speak,
Yeah,
reach out and touch on
that would be cuz that would be big cuz called little cuz a liar. Yeah,
man. Hey,
yeah.
no, only reason I say that
us.
is because if you look at Evero in this defense, and you like Bobby Brown. Okay, we went out and signed Bobby Brown to be that nose tackle, that push up the middle. And from what
Right.
I've seen, he barely gets in the game. But when he gets in the game, he make plays. Now, mind you, I'm not saying that Ashawn Robinson ain't doing good, but again, it's just like Evero, he's stuck in his way. And I say the thing about having the perfect player because I say that because he won't adjust his scheme. Like I keep saying with Mike Jackson. And look at what he did the last game when he wasn't playing across the street at the doghouse every play on third down. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
saying Mike Jackson is an elite cornerback. I think he's a good cornerback, but I don't think Evero puts him in the right positions on a lot of crucial plays. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes I think he doesn't tailor to the strengths of the players that he has now. But now mind you, if they turn around and have a great off season and get all the type of players that Evero wants, then I'll probably be sitting here next year and be like, well, the defense is looking better than last year. But my thing is this though, what is he gonna do with the talent that he has, like right now? But and I say that, and I have to say I think he's done a good job with it this year. But I still think it's room for improvement because what if Carolina has another offseason where they go out there and they get some more guys and it's not like the perfect fit for Evero's scheme at every position. You get what I'm saying? Because we
And that
need we need another free safety who can cover better. Look, well, a little better than Nick Scott. I don't think Nick Scott is done bad. We need a middle linebacker, somebody who can get out and cover as well. Because we always giving up that soft spot in the zone right behind the linebackers. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts this
so
morning.
that sounded like a more well thought out educated opinion. We appreciate that, CJ. That sounds like 180 degrees different than that BS that you put up in the chat. So we want to thank you for that.
You know what? The
We want to thank.
stand on what shit. Damn it.
I like that magazine version better, man. That's why I don't read
Oh, that's really good.
Hey,
That's really good.
Deontay, check this out. Deontay said Tech is tied for 4th in the league for 20 plus yard receptions. Let me read that again. Tech is tied for 4th. The rookie, Teddy McMillan, 4th in the league for 20 plus yards receptions. Who he catching passes from? Y'all help me out.
Apparently, somebody that has a little better arm than people were saying. That's all.
Ejiro Evero.
Nah, man, Bryce don't throw deep, man. So we ain't talking about him.
Hey,
the red rifle taught him everything he know, man.
I was wondering because I thought I was tripping. I ain't want to say the wrong thing, you know, and the haters, you know, get on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm already a wanted man out here.
Now you know he can't throw 15 yards down the field. So
yeah. Jay Issue said, "What's that on driver's picture?"
Oh yeah, Atlanta gotta wear that. They gotta wear it. Put me on top, Wiley. See,
hold on, who's that? Julio? Jordan face.
That's Julio. See, they whole franchise. See, this they franchise. Yeah. This ain't just particular players on their team. Now, this how they always be.
No,
around this time.
Poppin got the best one. Poppin got the best. Hey, Poppin, gracious with that that profile pic that you have of certain fan, and you know that was beautifully wearing our colors. Wiley White, what are you doing?
I ain't got that one loaded up. I gotta get that.
Oh, you ain't got loaded up. Okay.
No.
Just the fact that you have it though, man. Pop, you did a good job, man.
Hey, how do I spotlight driver?
Absolutely.
Just run your mouse over his
here.
Hey,
hug your mouse over him and hit the little expansion button.
Look at the dude behind him, man. Look at the dude behind him, man.
Face got it.
Yeah. Look at the dude behind him, man. Just think about it, man. This is how they always.
That dude look like Jerome. That look like Jerome from Martin.
Yeah.
It does.
Every year.
Oh, man.
They predicted him. They had all them players top 100 every year. They said Atlanta Falcons going to they had all them primetime games.
You right about
that. Everything. Yeah. They had everything scripted out.
Spent that whole draft. Remember they traded. They ain't got no first round picks next year.
Yeah.
They spent the wide.
Who is that pick going to? Who is the first round pick going to?
Rams.
The Rams.
The team we just beat.
Yeah. And and guess what? The Rams gonna get a good pick.
Great player. They're gonna draft a great player.
Here's the thing about it. We beat the Falcons twice and beat the Rams. So it just shows you how just dirty birds they really is. Yeah, they just the dirty birds.
Driving you a mess, boy. You're a mess.
D-Nice said that 3-3-5 hybrid snow ram was good. They need a true nose tackle. That was a good scheme. That's that college scheme, that 3-3-5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a great scheme, especially with the way they had Chin playing that rookie year, man. It was great.
Yeah.
And Chin ain't been that since. Go ahead.
Yeah. The thing with Snow though, Snow in third and fourth down situations, he played defense like you've ever played defense. Like there were times when Snow, our defense had teams 3rd and 15, 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. I remember 3rd and 17 play. I believe it was. I can't remember if it was Atlanta or not, but it was like a 3rd and 17 play, and they gave up like a 24-yard completion right down the middle to the tight end, not a wide receiver, but a tight end. But that was something that I know I harped on about him, is that he wasn't aggressive enough. on 3rd and 4th downs. Like, you do all that work to get teams in 3rd and long. You don't sit back and let the quarterback or give the quarterback time to complete those long passes. You got to get after him, make him get the ball out of his hand quicker than he wants to. And then, if he completes the pass, then you have your cornerbacks and your safeties or your linebackers can rally up and make the stop. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't do that. He ain't do that. That's just my opinion. Jason, I almost don't like those schemes. It sound like a disaster waiting to happen.
Here we
Know
go.
what Jay talking about?
I don't either.
Oh, what's up, Doug? What's up, Doug? Doug said, "Man, Wiley, what's happening, man?" And panel. I hope y'all enjoying the bye week and buckle up for the last 4. That's facts, cuz. That's facts. We gotta get our mind right. Get our players back healthy. Hopefully Dave. Well, I ain't gonna say hopefully. I'm pretty sure Dave Canales and Brad Isaac is scheming up some more plays. They're gonna put forth some things that we haven't even seen this year. And what better time to do it is than these last 4 games. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, ain't no use waiting on nothing else. What you waiting on?
right. There's no need to hold
back.
anything in the tank. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Empty it out every week.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, they need to pay Bryce some overtime and get him in that film room.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, based off what Bryce said, I can't even argue with you on that one.
Nope.
Can't even argue. He did himself absolutely no favors.
Yeah. He said that before the Rams game or after the Rams game?
Before the Rams game. And you know
what? He said it was after
I see
the
you
49ers
drive.
game.
I see you drive. Look
They
at
need
that.
to put Bryce in the freezer so he stay just like he was. And then go on throw him out for the next game so he stay just like he was, but stay the same.
You ain't gotta worry about it. He all right. He is all right. He's going on a towel. Just know that little joker right now, he finna get a break. Yeah, he finna see now he can sit back, think about all the stuff everybody just said. See, now he finna turn it up to a whole nother level. Yeah. See, people, he got people on the hit list. I'm starting to realize it. See, y'all ain't paying attention, man. Them folks got him on, he got him on the hit list. Baker make oh man. Especially the dude, what his name is from the Saints. Ty, what the dude name is, the quarterback?
Oh yeah, he beat us in his first start, man. I ain't gonna sleep on that joker.
Man, Bryce coming for him. He is coming for him. Yeah, they said that man outplayed the man. That man, come on, man. Come on.
Jay Issue said, what if Evero figured out if guys get behind Mike Horn, that's a wrap, and that's why he has to play them in zone because it fits them.
Tony, Tony, the reason JC need to travel, right? We finna go. Yeah. We gonna get a home playoff game. We win this division, right?
Right.
Guess who coming to town? George Pickens. And you see what George Pickens did to us that last game, man. I'm just saying, man. Yeah. You gonna play Pickens and Lamb this time. So, hey, look, JC need to be where he need to be, man.
Pickens was their whole offense, dog. Their whole offense.
Yeah. Jay Issue said, I'm with y'all, CJ. I want him gone, but I also just want to see his best defense if we don't have so much going on with the team. Okay. I don't know what Jay Issue talking about. He said the defense response was when you broke down the 3-4-4-3 scheme, Tony. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Go ahead, Wiley.
Appreciate you, Tony. Now, Tony. Yeah, Lee. Slow down, Tony.
Okay,
Slow down.
My bad.
You know, once we go past 2 hours, I got to take a walk, man. I got to take a walk. You know what I'm saying? Once we go past 2 hours, I'll take a walk, man. But I was gonna play that defense, but we've been talking about the defense. Now, I only got one more question, unless somebody else does. What do you expect us to look like after the bye? I think personally, let me answer the question myself. I think we're gonna have Hunt back, not the first game, but the second game. So that's gonna solidify that. But we'll have Mays back, which will help the offensive line. And lastly, I think that Everett has learned some lessons with the players he had to play, and our defense is going to look much better going down the last 4 games of the stretch. That's just my perspective.
You want to put some money on it, Wiley?
No, 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 no. I can't do it. Doc. I can't do it. We looking pretty good though.
Yeah, I feel it's just I'm still kind of hung up on the whole roller coaster ride thing, man. It's just like you get a game like the Rams, and somebody said it perfect. Like we play a good team, we play good. We play a mediocre team, we play mediocre. We play a terrible team, we play terrible. I hope and pray that they use this bye week to go back and assess every single game, what they did right in every single game, what they did wrong in every single game, and hopefully they take that and apply it to the rest of the season, going forward. Because what I want to see from Dave Canales and Ejiro Evero is like, you know what, damn it, we were here before. This happened. Okay, bet. I'm ready for this. Let's go ahead and switch this up. But my thing is this too. If with what we got is working, stick with it. Man, don't deviate when you don't have to. But when you need to be able to switch gears, be able to switch gears. And I think that's what's happened in some of these games where it's just like you come out of the gate, you get that first drive, the scripted drive, everything's good, touchdown. Then the other team is like, all right, bet. Well, here what we've been working on all week. And then you get our coaches on the sideline, they be like, crap, I don't have a plan B. You know what I mean? I think that should be his, especially Canales' next evolution as a head coach. He got to have plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan D. Like he got to have contingencies for everything. He gets caught up sometimes where it looks like if his first set of schemes or whatever don't work, he like a deer in headlights, and he's like, somebody help me out here because I don't know what to do. But yeah, so I hope we can kind of get to a way we can get better at that. After I know it's not going to be perfect, you know what I mean, but hopefully they can get in the right direction.
Okay, that's fair. Tony,
Yeah, I'm busy right now. Y'all go ahead.
Well,
driver, talk to me.
Yeah, that
um,
burrito must be good. I'm busy right now.
well, let me see here, man. I think I kind of touched on a little bit of earlier, but not enough. But I think coming out of this bye week, we're in the best position than any team that we gotta face. Um, coming at this point, everybody else that had their bye weeks, um, they just got 5 games remaining. We're getting helped at the right time. Um, really not the only. Well, Thornton was a significant injury, but I think last week proved that we got the depth if needed. So um far as just what we expected at the beginning of the season, I think we're gonna get that at the end, meaning we finna start winning games more consistently and more. um I think we have the control of the offense now. And I think, the defense able to play more freer and Evero, able to draw, plays to, affect, the game. So I just look at it, going forward is that, possibly 4-0, maybe, at the least 2-2. But, I'm pretty sure we'll win these next 2 games. And we'll go from there once we get to Seattle.
Okay. Pop and talk to me.
Hey, Wiley, Pop gone, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and just run it. Hey, look, I agree with everything CJ and Driver just said. I think they made key points. Only thing I'm gonna add is this, man. I feel like that the team is good enough to where, we saw 15 out of 20 out of Bryce 3 touchdowns was a win, right? We saw him break the passing record in Atlanta, and it was a win. I want to see us be able to win the game without him playing perfect because he's still a young quarterback. It ain't always gonna be pretty, right? But we have the defense and other things on the offense to where even if the game get ugly or he make a mistake, we should still be able to win the game. A lot of times when he make one interception trying to make a play or he just have an unlucky play, when he turn the ball over, we end up losing. Some of them games we still should be able to win, especially when we playing a team like the Saints. Even a team like the Bucks, no shade to the Bucks. They didn't won the division, but they not as strong as they normally be. I want to see us go out there and win them games, man. Them 3 division games, I want to see us go out there and win them games by any means. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Whether
fair.
Bryce throw for
Mm-hmm.
400 or he throw for $120 with a touchdown and a turnover, I want to see us go win them games. As long as the defense stay consistent, the play calling stay consistent, we should be able to do it.
Don't say that. Don't say that too loud, MDJ. That 120 that gonna spark a whole nother conversation. Don't do that.
I
Hey,
don't care
look, it
about
ain't
it.
it ain't always gonna be pretty, Tony. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes football is ugly, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's
Yeah, I
ugly,
know.
but
I
hey, it
know.
is
I
what it
know.
is.
Yeah, sounds like winning all that
Yep.
matters, and it should
Mm-hmm.
be. That's where it should be, though. At
Mm-hmm.
this point in the season, the last 4 games, if anybody would say, "Man, I need my quarterback throw for 400 yards," would there be said, "Man, we can win these next 4 games"? That's what they focus on. Ain't nobody focus on what their quarterback should be doing at this point in the season, especially if you got a chance to get to the playoffs.
Facts,
You know,
driver. I agree with
Yep.
that.
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You know what your quarterback is at this point. If you don't know, then you should be fighting for the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's
did
So,
y'all
good,
see
Mr.
that game with
Hunkadori.
where Chicago basically, bullied Philadelphia, right? We used to Philadelphia being the bullies, but Chicago went out there and just imposed their will on them boys. We know Caleb can go out there and throw for 300, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think he only had like 160 or something that game, but you know what
no
I'm saying? The
touchdown.
point is
Yeah,
you can win the
yeah.
game by any means. That's all I'm saying. By any means. We got a complete offense. We can pass the ball, we can run the ball. So, like I said, as long as the play calling is consistent and the defense does just enough, we should be able to win them division games. At the 2 Bucks games and the Saints games, I want to see W's in them, all 3 of them games.
Okay, that's fair. Tony, you about ready?
For what?
Okay, no response. Gotcha. You eating? I
He's
see.
still he's still eating that burrito, man. What you got? What you
Hey,
got in there, man? Sausage,
you
bacon,
close.
chorizo.
You
What kind of
close.
what you got for us?
No, it's a So we don't have a Chipotle. Well, we do have Chipotle here, but this is a company that mimics off of Chipotle. It's called Mellows, and I got one of the bowls. Like how you would get from Chipotle.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely good
Mm-hmm.
eating, man. I love those spots
yeah.
anyway.
Hey,
That's
Hey,
mm-hmm.
when Drive was talking about winning is all that matters. Winning. You get these people out here where they don't. It's like they don't care about the wins. They don't care about the wins because they got a point to prove. You know what I mean? Sometimes winning don't fit people's agendas. If you get what I'm
Very,
saying,
very, very, very true, CJ.
you know what I mean?
Here's the funny part, CJ. They always said winning cures everything. So if we start winning, guess what happens, CJ? Agendas go away.
I don't know about some of these now. Some
Well,
some of
well,
these is
well,
just deep rooted in
Hey, look.
concrete.
well. They'll look well. They'll
Sometimes
start looking hollow though. They'll look hollow though, CJ. Eventually, what happens is when you start winning, you start looking crazy because everybody gonna start looking at you like, "Why? What's your problem? What's, we
Yeah,
winning.
and guess
True.
what?
We winning. Come on."
The louder they was at first, the quiet they is now. So the difference is
Yep.
they ain't got the same ecstatic and the energy and excitement after losses no more. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Driver, you right, man. Hey, look, hey, look, if things go right, the legs don't work all of a sudden, man. You ain't got nothing to stand on.
Hey,
That's all I'm
hey, but
saying.
but you, but you know what though? You know what though? Y'all know them goalposts at training camp. But when I tell you they done ordered 75 boxes of wheels from them goalposts, because let
Oh
me tell
yeah.
you, they burning them up, moving them side to side week after week. That
Yeah, but
goalposts keep on moving, boy.
here's the deal. Here's the deal, guys. I'm like this. We over here, we enjoying ourselves. Ain't no use talking about that. Ain't use talking about that. Cause we over here, we talking good football. People enjoy it. We ain't got to worry about what other people say. Cause if you're looking at the game and you listen to what we're talking about, we talking ball. And that's the only thing I really want to talk about. All the other stuff, man, I don't really care for it personally. Cause I was telling Tony the other day, killing my vibe, baby, killing my vibe, baby. Hey, where
My
ain't nobody
my
messing
bad.
my vibe up? Hey, you ain't messing my vibe up, CJ. Remember we were talking about CJ, right? It was you, CJ. So you ain't
That's true.
messing my
Yeah, I
vibe up,
mean,
man. Yeah, yeah. Nah, we good, man. We good. Just keep the vibe high, man. That's all.
What you say, especially when you been right the whole goddamn time. They still just screaming through just straight ignorance. So it's like, well, hey man, you can't lead them to the water, man. Sometimes you can't lead that horse to the water, man. When they get thirsty, they'll start talking again. It'll be a different tone. It'll be a whole
Yeah.
bunch of excitement going on. I
Winning
promise you
cures
that.
everything. Winning cures
Yeah.
everything, man. That's what it does. And the good thing about it is this, and I think it has to go back to there's a lot of PTSD, and we need to heal that in this community. And unfortunately, it's been so bad so long. A lot of people got a lot of bad habits. We need to get those back. Take some time, but it'll all work out. Take some time.
But that's why I'm here for, man. That's why I told him. I said, we gonna come together. You don't know it or not, by the end of the season,
Yep.
y'all gonna be drinking this same. Well, did I tell that Wiley?
Yeah, you did.
Uh, that now you gotta wake up because it gonna happen. And when it happen, I want to see is you go wake up or you go down that ship. See when you down that ship, see you can't come in with no expectations on the team. Cause now I'm just gonna draw you out. Yeah, yeah, because it's over with. Yeah, you drowned in the water. Yeah.
Driver, if you know like I know, man. Hey, look, just like when the Titanic went down, they gonna be playing them same violins and
God.
horns, man. They just gonna just going in the water, man.
Man, listen here, man. I'm pulling the plug every time, man. I'll be right there to pull that little pit hole in it, poke a little hole in it. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't get too far. Yeah. I'm gonna poke right a hole in them, sink the ship every time.
you're you're a best driver.
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah.
best.
I
Yeah,
ain't going
but
nowhere.
yeah, the good thing though is this, and it's been funny. And I remember we started the year. I said the other day, driver. Some of the stuff you said at the beginning of the year, I was like, I don't know about that. Well, you're hitting about 75, 80%, driver. You ain't hitting no 100, but that's pretty high. That's pretty high.
Yes,
And,
sir. I
and
appreciate it.
hey,
Hey, time all the time would tell, man. All the time would tell.
yeah,
We,
well, yeah.
so the draft class, scored the Ransom. That was, the guys I was high on. And guess what? They on the field.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
you know, I'm surprised by the kicker. I promise you, I ain't know nothing about this guy here. That man came out of nowhere. He like Moses. Yeah, yeah. He parted the sea. That boy walked
There you
right
go.
in and out. Yeah, game winners. Bing, bing. Yeah. We get to the Super Bowl and we need a kick. He gonna hit. Yeah, I'm with him all day.
Slow down, driver. Slow down.
The kicker gonna get us down. All right, see, there you go. I'm trying to get y'all the water, man. Y'all be like, man, what happened, man? That man gonna be like, bloop, he going right through that. Let it go. I'll tell you that. Y'all gonna see that. That man gonna put it right in the box. Right in the
Hey,
box.
BJ. Hey, at the beginning of the year, I think he was on a couple of shows. The driver was saying some wild stuff, and guess what? I just let him talk now, cause that some of that wild stuff that came through. That came true, man. So I just let me talk.
Nah, it have. It have.
I'm trying to put y'all on game, man. I'm trying to put y'all on game. It's going to go. I see it already, man. It's going to happen. You like, man, because ain't nobody going to expect us. Just think about it. Ain't nobody expect us to get to the playoffs. When it happens, Vegas going to be like, why they going to take so much money? Everybody going to be like, oh, man, not the Panthers. I'm telling you. They be like, oh, man. All right. Just watch. The odds, man, it's too high, man. But they gonna take all that money. Yeah. Vegas gonna key at the end.
But
With the
you know
team,
what
baby.
though, driver, it really be your own people, man. Because I'm gonna be honest, even I said we won't. I didn't think we was gonna beat the Rams, but it was a guy in the comments, Wiley, because he be in the comments pretty often.
Uh-huh.
I think he's what team? I think he a 49er fan, and he was like, man, y'all beat the Packers, y'all can beat the Rams, and ain't nobody pay that dude no mind. Like, man, we ain't beat no Rams, we just lost to the 49ers. But he said it though, like, you know what I'm saying? He said, hey, look, if y'all beat the Packers, y'all can beat the Rams. I
Yep.
ain't seen him this week,
Mm-hmm.
but doggone it, he won't right, man. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes inside of your own fan base, including, I'm talking about myself now, Wiley. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm talking about myself. All them games I said that we ain't got no chance to win, we went out there and won them games, man. You know what I'm saying? So, outside of the Panthers, they see it. You know what I'm saying? They see how great we could be, but we don't see it. Well, I don't see it. I ain't gonna say we.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
That's true too. Now I just seen some outsiders, man, have more faith than insiders. And that's just being real, man. Nah, we talk about just people who just make a whole bunch of content. Nah, they been doubting, but just people just, through the comment section, man, shoot, it been always been there, man. It's people just rocking with us, man. It just, you know, what I see, it seems like, some people, have that PSD, from the past. And like I would tell them, we got some good players, man. Tech McMillan, that should improve your team to 8 to 10 wins, let alone on your offensive side. You should have that, and I just don't understand how people didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you drafted a number one overall quarterback, then you get him a top wide receiver. You go win games. I mean, they got to pay for the pass. It can open up the rank. Everything works together. Whether people didn't want to see it or not, it was right there set in stone. I mean, nobody came into this year and said, "Man, our defense gonna play the worst defense like they did the year before." I mean, come on, man. We still won 5 games. If we can't win 3 more extra than that with a better defense and a better wide receiver.
That was my thing though, driver. I said at the end of last year, if we could just get our defense to the top 15 within the top 15 this year, we were going to see progress as far as a win-loss record. And my prediction before the season was 7-10. And I felt like based on what we had last year, what we seen last year, I didn't put too much stock in this year. You know what I'm saying? Based on that, because it was like a 50-50 thing in my eyes. But yeah, so the defense has definitely played a hell of a lot better than last year. And we got some pieces on offense, rookies at that. So we talk about Tech McMillan, wide receiver. Then you talk about Mitchell Evans at linebacker. We had some pieces to build on, and we talk about the inconsistency of the offense all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's like a every day, every week topic. But the offense is playing better than it did last year. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's all just gradually happening. Honestly, we are further along right now than I thought we would be we would be. I didn't think come December we will be discussing the Panthers as potentially winning the division or possibly getting the wild card berth, or reaching the playoffs. So this whole thing or where we at right now, is definitely a surprise to me, and I'm glad I was wrong.
Hey, Tony, let me clean that up. Mitchell Evans
Yeah.
is the tight end. I know you know that. Somebody gonna be clowning saying, "Look what they said. They said that wrong." I'm just saying.
What I say?
He's a tight. You said
He said
linebacker.
he deep
You call him a
linebacker.
linebacker.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
my
just
bad.
cleaning it.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning it up, Tony, because I
Yeah, I
know how
appreciate
people
that.
are.
I
I
appreciate
know
that.
how people are, man.
Yeah, we
I
knew
pay
what you meant
attention.
though. Yeah,
I
yeah,
know what you meant. I'm just cleaning it
yeah,
up because I know how people are. They don't know what they talking about over
Yeah.
there. Yeah, we do. We keep it classy. We keep it classy.
You
Nah,
know they
man.
want you to be perfect, man. Everything you say, see, you saying this, I see. Trust me, man. They how they do that, but shoot, man. Hey, we right. Like I say, we right where we need to be at, and I don't think a team really want to face us. What if any team could say right now that they want to face the Carolina Panthers after coming from a bye week? They crazy because if you pay attention to it, every other week we win. We
Hmm.
5-1 off a loss. So we only been playing because we play every other week. A young team learn how to win. That's why it's inconsistent. We won three straight games in a row early in the season. And four straight with Bryce at your quarterback. So the inconsistencies far as winning, I don't really buy into all that because they predicted us to win only 6.5 games. So within that 3-game winning streak, we already was past they marked early in the season. Close to that. You know what I'm saying? So we had a
Yeah.
place, coming off a bye week, give us time to get right, coming to the Saints game. Nobody want to play us. Nobody.
That's very true,
Hmm.
driver. And the crazy part, it sounds wild that you're saying it, but it's facts.
That's why I say, baby, you just gotta look at the team and just look at it for what it grown from the time when Bryce came back off that the bitch until that. Just dive and just be like, man, yeah, those folks balling for real. And Arizona game, we down. We came all the way back and had a chance to win.
Yeah. You talking about against the Cardinals?
Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from the beginning of the season to this point, every time they felt counted us out, them folk came right back and walked. You get what I'm saying? They lost the first game, second game they got down. Them folk came back and still almost won. They ain't giving up. You get what I'm
No,
saying?
they got some fight in them. That's true.
Yeah. So you gotta just look at it from week to week, like what they doing is just showing you that they're a young team and they finding how to win. And then when they found out how to win, you know, we won those games in a row. We lose one game against the Saints. Man, the fans killed the quarterback,
Yep.
everything. I told him the
Yeah.
PTSD
man
set
get to the
in.
stadium.
It set in. It set in. It was like, oh my God, it's over. It's over. Yep.
They killed the man. The man was looking all in the stadium, man. The folks cuss Bryce out, kill the man. I'm there. The man looked sad, man. It was sad. I said,
But
man,
but
look at it, man.
the good teams don't be doing that though. Like, you know, hey, look,
You see
Green
what I'm
Bay lose to
saying?
us, come back and whoop on Detroit, man.
After a 4-game winning streak, they called this man trash.
Yeah, they did. They did. ain't no doubt about it.
You see what I'm
They did.
saying? So I I don't think, we give the team as much credit because I think, people give them credit, but, you know, if you listen to the media just this last weekend and you listen to some of those former players get on that panel, some of us still be like, oh, I don't know. But some of them be like, hey, man, you need to watch out for them. Some of them been saying that. You see what I'm saying? So it's more about certain players that been in those type of teams. Let's listen to the players that been on those type of teams. Michael Strahan, he been through that type of situation. That's why he was saying that because he see the same similarities. You know what I'm saying? It's consistent on
Mm-hmm.
offense, playing defense. You know what I'm saying? Finding the guy, the quarterback that people out here saying that he ain't this and that ain't number one pick. The same thing they said about Eli. So I just
Yeah.
think it's more about, if you look at, the team and just look back and you be like, okay, man, them folk got something going, man, for real, for real. And it is they like the scariest team in the NFL. Nobody can say that they want to play Carolina and get to the fourth quarter and Bryce got the ball. Who you think gonna win?
Well, Bryce definitely has shown it. With the ball in his hand last, he gonna make something happen. But let me get through. Let me read a couple of these comments real quick. Mr. Hungadori, shout out to Mr. Hungadori. What's good, my guy? He said we definitely know what we have now. The draft and free agency should be much easier. We know we can plug and play because of the injuries we have had, and our backups got the experience. That's true. That is true. He said, additionally, how many weapons do we have now? Many other teams are winning with half the weapons we have now. Yeah, that can be true as well. I don't when we compare our weapons to other weapons, I don't think it's a I don't think it's a apples to apples comparison because when you look at okay, let's just look at it this way. I'm gonna say it this way. In our division, outside of Tampa, I don't think there's any other team that has a better wide receiving core as a whole than we do, right? So I'll give us that, but I do believe Tampa has a better wide receiver core than us. So when you talk about teams that's potentially or right now that's looking to be in the NFC playoffs, we can't compare our wide receiver core to the Rams. We can't compare our wide receiver core to Green Bay. We can't um, compare our wide receiver core to the Eagles. We can't compare our wide receiver core to the Cowboys. We can't compare our wide receiver core to the Bears. Like we have a good, decent wide receiver core, but outside of Tet, and he's just a rookie this year, and
Right.
Jalen Coker, who was undrafted last year, like none of our receivers are really beating down the door and really striking fear in other defense or these other cornerbacks and safeties' hearts. Like I think Tet, and I was kind of um down on Tet because I felt like we needed a linebacker defensive end this past draft. But I think Tet has kind of, he has proven me wrong. He has shown that he has the capabilities and the willingness, um, not the willingness, but the eagerness to be a number one franchise wide receiver. But outside of that, really, like you know, you still want to see uh, Jalen Coker stay healthy and put it together. You want to see Excel finally put it together. Outside of those two receivers, other than Tet, I mean, we really ain't really got nothing else. As far as what production has shown us on the field, Jimmy Horn hasn't done anything really, and because I don't think they're using him properly or taking advantage of his speed. So there's a lot to to say about our wide receiver core. Are they young? Yes. Are they growing? Yes. But it's not like I think we got all these weapons and we should just be, and I know Mr. Hunker didn't say this, but it can give off the impression as if like we got all these weapons, we should be beating anybody that we come in contact with, or even be in the game. That's just how I kind of read that. But you
That's
know,
how
uh
you put it. You ain't gotta worry about time. That's basically how you put it. I know I was born that night, but not last night. But
Yep,
like I
yep.
say, y'all, to the people that focus on when you say weapons, and I say this again, until Rico and Tech got on this offense, we didn't have no weapons. None. No weapons at all. Those are
besides
was
Chuba,
weapons. Right, right.
Chuba
And I
was like the
mean,
only consistent weapon we had last year.
right. And I don't
Him and
consider
Thielen.
him
I'm
a
sorry, him and
starter,
Thielen.
so I'm not I would never consider Chuba a starter. So whether he a weapon or not, he's not a starter far as a running back to me. But if we looking at our wide receiver core and comparing them to the NFL, these quarterbacks and then all these teams with multiple wide receivers, we probably ain't even in the top 20 in wide receivers. It's teams with multiple number ones on their team. And he just called out the NFC East. He ain't said nothing about the AFC. If we go to the
Mm-hmm.
AFC,
Okay, okay. All right, guys. All right, guys. Hold on. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna go opposite. I
okay.
think from a core perspective, we probably top five core. All of put them all together, because these guys may have one or two receivers, but they don't have a complete core. Maybe they even have three, but they don't have a complete core. Our guys can play
Who?
it at all levels. Our guys can play at all levels. The
So
problem is
okay,
this.
but when you say that though, like what
Mhm.
what is our core? You talking about our core three? Do we have a core four, core five? What are we
We
talking
got.
about?
I think we got five at least. We got five.
Who?
We got
Who?
we
You
got Coker,
when I
Tech.
when I
Hold on. Coker, Tech, Leggett.
okay.
Then we Coker, Tech, Leggett. Then we got name a tight end. We got one because we don't have. Do we have a dominant tight end? We have a really good tight end. That's what most teams got. They don't have a top five. Only five teams have a top five tight end. Everybody else got a tight end gonna get you around 300 yards a game, 300 yards a season. We have that. The problem is this, and it's been this way because of inconsistent play calling, our numbers are down. Doesn't mean the guys are not getting open. Doesn't mean they're not putting pressure on the defense. It's just between the quarterback and the head coach issues have kept our numbers down. That's all that is. Next year, y'all see, y'all go, wow, yeah, the same players. They were here already. It's just the consistency between the head coach and the quarterback will get better, and that'll magic our numbers will go up. And then all of a sudden we got these amazing players. No, they were the same players that are here. They're getting open. They're beating their guys. It's just the ball ain't getting there. They missing a call. I mean, a read here, a read there. We're not dropping that many balls compared to the rest of the league.
Hmm. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you
like
you
our wide
you
receiver core, but like when you
you
go
got
off
it.
what
You
the
got a
team's
point.
Tony name, we just don't compare at all. Like,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, why I understand that, if you wanna, you look at they potential. I mean, that's fine, but we talking about uh what you're doing now. And right now, if you saying that you would rather have our wide receiver core than have Perkins or whatever his name is for the Cowboys wide receiver core,
Yes, you
or
know
the
why?
Rams,
That
or the
hold on. That
Rams. Hold
same guy.
on,
That
okay,
okay, go
or
ahead.
the Rams, uh, the Eagles. I mean, those guys are proven and they are Pro Bowl players. They're number ones. I mean, our guys, yeah, they got the potential, but they're not that Wiley. I mean,
Okay, okay. Let me answer
I
one
mean,
question before you go for too far.
go ahead.
George Pickens got picked up by the Cowboys because Pittsburgh gave up on him. Magic, he got there with a quarterback and he looks like a number one receiver. But they said he was not a number one receiver and they gave up on him. You see that?
No,
The
they didn't say that. No, Wally, they did not say that.
Okay,
They
what
did
did they
not say
say then?
George
What did
Pickens.
they say?
They
What did
had
they say?
his attitude. His
Yeah,
attitude. He
yeah,
was childish, and he needed to grow up. That Mike
right.
Tomlin said that.
Okay.
Mike Tomlin
And,
said that
oh,
out his mouth.
It wasn't
okay,
never about his
okay.
Yeah, it was never. It
it,
was never about his production
production.
or him
Yeah.
being a
Did he have
possible number one wide receiver.
did he have this kind of production at Pittsburgh? No.
He
What
didn't have this
quarterback did
kind
they
of. He didn't
have?
have this kind of quarterback, Wally.
Oh,
He did
there it
not have
is.
this
He
kind of
didn't have,
quarterback.
and he didn't have that kind of quarterback, and
But
also
that
they didn't have
don't.
that
That
kind of
don't. But that don't mean he's not a
Well,
number one.
hold on,
Justin
Wiley.
exactly.
Hold
Jefferson.
on.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Hold
Hold
up.
on. Hold on.
You
Hold on.
right, Tony.
Justin
Tony, you
Jefferson. Hold
so,
on. Hold on. Hold
go
on,
ahead, go
Wally.
ahead.
Justin Jefferson right now, arguably the best wide receiver in the league. Look at his quarterback play right now in Minnesota. He is not getting nowhere near the
Yeah,
numbers that he had in his career. But that
y'all
doesn't mean he's
making
not
my
number one wide
argument.
receiver.
Y'all making my argument
Nah, how? How?
It,
How we making your argument?
that is
because
kind of proving his point though, because
exactly.
it really is. I ain't gonna front. It is though. It is.
How? I'm listening. Tell me how that's proving your point, Wally.
Because what I'm saying is this: it's a dependent position. The issues between the quarterback and the head coach dramatically affect the numbers these guys are getting. If the quarterback plays just a little bit better and the play column a little bit better, our numbers will be out the roof. Then we'll be saying we got this amazing core. They're the same guys. It's just dysfunction at the top. You don't see the numbers. That has nothing to do with the
Hmm.
when you break down and look at the
Okay.
actual separation and all that stuff. They're in the top of their
Uh,
position.
uh, Wiley, I
Because
ain't.
Justin Jefferson, look, once again, we know who Justin Jefferson is, Tony. All right, he's top
Mhm.
three in the game, but once he's and you know who Kevin O'Connell is as far as a play caller. But if you missing just one little thing out that daggone pot, it ain't gonna look right. And that's why his numbers look how they look. And what Wiley's saying is that could be the situation with some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's that one little
But
piece of the ingredient
Okay.
that's missing.
But I think what me and Driver, okay, so y'all talking about what's missing and what could be if so and so had this. We're talking about right now production that's on the field.
Okay.
Who is producing for who?
I'll,
That
I'll,
because in all actuality, you can
mhm.
only go by the production that's on the field right now, what people are
Okay.
producing. Talking about what somebody can do if they had this or that, that's a whole nother conversation.
I'm not
But
having that
we can
conversation.
do that.
I'm not having that conversation. I'm saying this: when I actually look at separation, when you look at the inside, when you go deeper inside the numbers, you go, is this guy beating his guy? Yes. Is this guy separating? Yes. Is this guy doing everything he can do besides get the ball thrown to him? Yes, he's killing his defender. Our
yeah,
guys are
but
doing this on a. Go ahead.
the difference is, Wiley, when you say that, and you got to acknowledge that Excel ain't none of those guys. You
Yes,
could
he is.
might
Actually, he
you
is.
know
He is. Actually, he
no
is.
why hold on, Wiley. So you really want to say that he's a Pickens or a Lamb. You want to say he's a Adams and he a Puka. You want to say he's not that. It don't
Hold
matter
on.
what quarterback he play
Uh,
with. He could
okay.
play with Matthew Stepton Brady.
Okay.
He ain't that.
But you can't say that, driver, because you haven't been able to see it. What we
Okay.
saying is you can see the talent of him getting open. You can see the talent. It's just
Okay,
right now
well,
the numbers ain't catching up
why
with
is
it. The
Tech
same as
about
Justin
to
Jefferson.
hold on, man? Why is Tech about to have 1,000 receiving yards? Why did Coker miss all these games and about to come back and pass Excel? See, regardless or not, whether you guys want to acknowledge the fact that he's not as good, and because you said it, that they drafted him based on his potential, it wasn't because he was actually a number one pick. So now You comparing them to players that are that and show that they are that capable of being at number one. And you saying because of the coaching and the play calling is keeping him for showing you that he's a number one?
No, I didn't say that, driver. No, I didn't say that. I said our core. Let me make sure I'm clear on this. Core. That means all the receivers together. I wasn't trying to say look at. I'm just saying when you look at each individual player's inside of their numbers, they're doing the things they need to do to be open. They're doing the thing. They're hitting all the markers that everybody else is hitting, but they're in a dependent position. Therefore, if the quarterback doesn't look at them, they can't get the ball. But they did everything they needed to do to get the ball. If the if the head coach is constantly putting them in positions where it's not advantageous for that person's skill set, that's not that player's problem. Everything that was required of him, he's doing. I believe we have everything we need to have. It's going to take some maturity on the coach and the quarterback situation to get better. And next year you'll see explosion. And they ain't coming out of nowhere. It's the work they're showing now.
Okay.
Like
Now
I
I
feel
didn't
like
say that. I didn't say that
George,
with Puka. Now I didn't say it with Puka, but I think Jalen Coach could be
George
Puka.
just George Pickens as the example, like Tony was alluding to earlier, right? He's still the same guy. I don't know about personally, but as far as the ability, he's the same guy in Dallas as he was in Pittsburgh. But the difference is they actually making a concerted effort to get him the ball in Dallas. Like right now, that's what we doing for Ted McMillan. Sometimes for Jalen Coke, I think XL in some of them same opportunities you would see similar stuff. It's not right now. It's not drawn up for him, but for whatever reason, whether that's him in the film room or running routes. You know what I'm saying? But I think the talent is there, man. Like as far as the top three receivers we got compared to some of the teams Tony was naming, yeah, we don't really compare, but we definitely in a good position with them three receivers. Definitely
Oh, I
top
say,
15 in my
yeah.
opinion.
Well, I say it's potential. I mean, yeah, but we talking about right now. I mean,
We're talking about
it,
production.
yeah. I mean,
Potential,
yeah,
potential, and
yeah,
production is two different things.
yeah. Production. I mean, we gotta call it a spade a spade. I mean, that man ain't that. Now, I mean,
But
any
you can't.
team,
But that's saying two different things though. Like if Tony can say that George Pickens is the same guy, and so that was potential. So the potential was there in Pittsburgh, but the difference is in Dallas they actually getting him the ball. So that's almost like
But
saying two different things, and
um,
that's how I'm
not
looking
not
at
necessarily. I get what you're saying, but so let me clarify that as far as with Pittsburgh, when he was given opportunities and the ball was coming to George Pickens was producing. It wasn't about his production that ran him up out of Pittsburgh. It was all about his immaturity, him being a cancer in the locker room, him needing to grow up. You know what I'm saying? That Mike Tomlin spoke about that. You know what I'm saying? Like he has had multiple conversations and just wasn't getting through to the young man. This is the same dude that had an attitude problem coming out of Georgia, and his draft stock dropped because of that. Because he had issues with his behavior. He's always been like that. You see him in the games now. He's playing with that. Like Pittsburgh had no quarterback that was even in the same realm as Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? And he did this in Dallas when CD Lamb was hurt. And truly, he's been the number one wide receiver in Dallas this year, other than CD Lamb, besides CD Lamb. But all I'm saying is he produced while he was at Pittsburgh, but the reason why he's out of Pittsburgh is not because he didn't produce or the
right?
quarterback couldn't get the ball to him. They got the ball to him. He got out of Pittsburgh because of his attitude, his immaturity, and Mike Tomlin wasn't having it no more. That's why he out of Pittsburgh. So
Yeah,
when I'm talking about, like, we've not used Justin Jefferson as an example, you just go and just look at his numbers. JJ McCarthy ain't it. And I toot my own horn because I said that when he was coming out in the draft, as Harbaugh was pumping them up as both of them was leaving Michigan. Said the dude wasn't even the first or second round talent, but that's neither here nor there. He can't give him the ball, and Max Brosner, the undrafted free agent out of Minnesota, who they had that's been playing quarterback the past 2 weeks, he can't give him the ball. Both of them are horrible. But that don't mean Justin Jefferson, and the number one quarterback, because he has the production to show for it. Whether it was last year or the past 5 years, he has a track record. That's all I'm saying when it comes to him. He has a track record that he's the number one wide receiver. Ted McMillan right now has the potential to be a number one wide receiver. I'm not even really myself personally, not really just say, oh yeah, he's wide receiver one, even though it may look like that. But I just need to see more out of him as far as consistency to say, okay, yeah, he's definitely wide receiver one. He's definitely wide receiver one. Excel, I can't even say that. We can't even say that about Excel. Honestly and truly, Jalen Coker right now has been producing, has better production than Excel last year and this year. And that ain't just me just talking, that's the tape. All you got to do is just watch the tape. Jalen Coker has been more productive last year when he was a number 2 receiver behind Adam Thielen. And now, since he's come back from injury, he's the number 2 receiver behind Ted. All you got to do is just look at the tape and who do the quarterback and the head coach trust in third down situations or even fourth down situations. So John B said, hey, did the algorithm just happen me into a Panthers podcast from Germany? Bro, Jawal, I don't know what that meant. What's that? What's that, Wiley Jawal?
That's something Wiley might know. I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
what I did, Tony, and what I did is this. So for every single podcaster that are out there, I made sure if,
Yeah.
it comes up in the algorithm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
He
they
said
may have. Yeah, go ahead.
he said he had work on a dock, got to upload a truck, but I'll be listening. Glad to come across y'all. I've
See,
liked and subscribed. This is the year, y'all. Keep pounding.
hey, see, look at
Appreciate
that.
that, John. You keep pounding, my
Appreciate you.
guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
look at that.
Mr.
Look at
Hungry
that. See.
Doors. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Mr. Hungry Doors said I should have said talent, young up and coming talent. Evans, Tet, and Coker, number 1. Excel and Jimmy Horn, number 2s. Okay.
That's fair. That's
What
fair.
was this one? D Nice said, just say Chuba is not your preferred style of running back. Think he talking to you, driver.
I
He said,
mean,
huh? He don't know football.
I mean, it might be my opinion, and I think I said that too. That in my opinion, that I don't think Chuba a start running back, but he might have selective hearing.
Yeah, I don't remember if you said, but I do have to agree with D Nice on that. I believe Chuba is a starting running back. He proved that last year when he was a starting running back, and he finished 6th in the lead in rushing with I think like a little over 1,200 yards. So I think he's proved his worth. It's just that Rico Dowdle in his absence came in and just blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like he just dropped a bucket of dynamite on us, and we ain't seen that. We ain't seen that type of running since Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams. Both together.
Right,
That's what Rico Dowdle did for us for the 2 or 3 game stretch. But I think now that things are starting to calm down, I think Rico is dealing with injuries. I don't know if y'all paid attention. First play of the game Sunday, he hurt his, shoulder or neck area. I think he had a little
Yeah.
stinger or something or whatnot. And he was in and out of the game in that first couple series. You saw Chuba get a little bit more run than he had been. But when he got in there, he showed out. You know what I'm saying? He looked fully healthy. So I think that bodes well for us going further, going further. Now that we have two legitimate running backs that can share the carries, keep them fresh. You know, I don't. You know, I'm glad Dave didn't do that every other series type thing like he did before, but he used them guys at the right times, and they still finished with 18 and 17 carries between amongst them. So I think that was a good way of using the backs to their talents. Because Rico was more outside and Chuba was more inside.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy Chuba, getting his footwork in, and like I say, man, having a running back like that able to spot Rico, I mean, I think that's vital going into the postseason. If things work out the way we, expect it to be, and we get into the postseason, man, I just feel like, playing, any kind of weather, rain, sleet, or snow, we're gonna be prepared and we can pull it out. So I think the running game is there. I think the passing is there. I think the defense and the turnovers is there. The kicking is there. I mean, I just don't see, where we got holes at. I mean, you call out certain things on the defense, but I mean, I just feel like Evero been playing chess, the whole time for real. Now, and when he get to the playoffs, you'll see a lot of those, blitzes drawing up, and he taking more chances, and you'll see, more of those turnovers, sack fumbles or things of that nature, or blocking the ball, tipping the ball at the line of scrimmage. I just think he more of a veteran coach to, like how Bryce played more of at the end of the season. If you saw a lot of that last year, even with a bad defense, we played against the Eagles, the Bucks, the Chiefs. Yeah, we probably gave up at the end, and some things probably came out and we didn't win. But I think the bigger the stage, the better coach, you get out of Evero. You know what I'm saying? And I think the
Right.
quarterback and Evero is two of the same type of people. Yeah, I
Okay.
really do.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
you know
ahead,
what?
Wiley. You got it.
Yeah, driver. Again, sometimes people think you say some crazy stuff, but I can't disagree with that part. The receiver thing, I don't know about that. But hey, that's my take. Now, as you can hear now, I had to make it downtown, and got a little Christmas stuff going on here in V's body. But man, this has been a good show, man. Unless y'all guys got something else that's burning up your, burning you up, saying you got to get it off your chest. I think we're gonna get last words, man. Unless somebody has something.
Nah, I'm
No,
good. I'm
All
good.
right,
yeah.
driver. Let's start with you, driver.
Well, I say this, man. Hope thing, these players get healthy. They stick to the same routine. Um, we get back in here. Probably with the Wednesday. I think they should get back in here Friday, man, and just if they that type of team, man, they want to go to the playoffs, man. I think just taking a few days off, coming back in Thursday and Friday, and if the coach say they practicing, I think this team really gonna have a good chance, man, of making a run. That's just my thought. I just some part of this week, I want them to sit down and focus on football, and take it serious, not just to go out and go somewhere and just I think they still need to grow. You know what I'm saying? They're a young team, and they showed that they would not take a team serious. So I think this week they need to take this serious. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay. Okay. MGJ, talk to me.
Hey man, I enjoyed the show like I always do, bro. Man, we've been talking football. It's getting cold outside. The playoffs is right in front of us, man. If we could
Yes,
just
sir.
finish, we just finish out strong, man. That feeling of Saturday or Sunday wild card, or home or away, who cares? If we win the division, we at home. If we the wild card, we going on the road. But either way, man, that feeling of having a chance to play during the playoff time when it means something, man. Hey, look, I look forward to it. I hope we can keep pounding, bro. Real talk. Just keep
Yes, sir.
pounding
Yes, sir.
and finish strong, boy. Hey, look, that feeling gonna be sweet, man, and we can build off that.
Yes, sir. Tony, talk to me.
Yeah, I ain't really got nothing special, man. Hey, good bye week. You know what I'm saying? The boys get healthy, come back stronger, get their mind right. Like I said, everything that they want is in front of them. It's up to them. Their destiny is in their hands. And hey, keep pounding, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, I hope y'all guys can hear me. It's not too loud here,
Yeah,
but
we got you, Wiley.
okay. Yeah, man. So, hey, I appreciate everybody coming on the show today. Hey, and I appreciate y'all guys, man, because trying to make sure this thing spreads out and everybody, doing their best to keep the language, church friendly, barbershop friendly, beauty shop friendly. Hey, man, that's what it's talking about. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna blow up, man. Watch. We're gonna blow up. When we blow up, y'all coming with me, baby. Y'all coming with me. And watch this. And I'm gonna say it again, Tony. Hey, I don't look down, baby, because I'm climbing too fast. Y'all know what it is. It's Panthers Germany. It's Wiley, and we out.